and you know my name. You know racing cars is my favorite game, and you know I can't be beat when I'm in the driver's seat. See, I got a lead foot and gas in my veins. God put a V8 where he should have put brains. There ain't a race I haven't run. There ain't a race I haven't won. And it's been 7 days since I've won a race, and I don't plan on leaving this place till I've won another. Send you crying home to your mother. See, I got the car, the skill, the crew, the will. God hates a sinner, but he loves a winner. You dare to show your face? Come on, Ace. Let's race.
Hello again, everybody. This is Joe Larson with 505 Relationship. Thanks for joining us tonight. To my left, you're right. We have the president and publisher of PK Books, Jeffrey Neubauer. Jeff, welcome.
How are you?
I'm doing real good.
Yeah, good.
Jeff's here to talk about his latest book, A Race Across the Moon.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
my newest releases.
Absolutely, those are my favorite.
Have our regular discussion of what's going on in racing and all of that good stuff.
My mic's on.
How's that? We're better now, right? Oh, yeah. Sorry, folks. I said a bunch of stuff. Let's start over. Welcome, everybody. You have no idea. Today has been one of those days. You ever have like a day from hell? Well,
No.
I went there and back today.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I've had days like that.
You have, I know. You
Yeah,
know?
just today, as a matter of fact.
Oh, man. It just.
It's happening right now, too. Where the fuck is my bell?
Holy. Oh, man.
That's Walter
Anyway.
Johnson.
Anyway.
Throw that out for him.
For those who don't remember, this is Jeffrey Neubauer, president of PK Books, and we're here to talk
I
about
write children's books.
his.
Buck
You do write
bullshit
children's books.
ass.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
Medication.
That's right.
Lots of medication.
I got to get some happy pills myself.
Oh, no, it's
But,
just really.
Jeff has a new book out, The Race Across the Moon. Very, very good book.
Thank you.
And we're here to talk about my 3 latest creations.
That's correct.
3, count them, 3. And they said it would never happen. The first one was a mistake. The second one, I got lucky.
Well, the first one, they nobody wanted to touch, and I couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
Like the first time we spoke.
Yeah.
Nobody could see that this guy's from NASCAR, he's doing his stuff. And NASCAR is like a huge industry.
Yes, it is.
And when I spoke to, I think it was Teresa, who introduced me to you, she told me, and I was like, yeah, this guy's going to get signed instantly. You know, I knew it, but like we spoke the first time, I had to see if your story held water.
Yeah.
And,
For those who don't know the story, we met through a mutual person that we knew, Teresa. And,
Who you know?
right? So he calls me up and he says, I hear you have a manuscript. I'm like, oh, who's this freaking guy? Yeah, I do. So he goes, all right, send me the first chapter. All right, I'm all excited. I send the first chapter. About like 3 weeks later, he said, send me 3 chapters, but not in order, just any 3. I was like, look, dude, I ain't got time for this. I'm going to send you the whole thing. You pick the 3, right?
That's right. I got to fuck with you, man. You know, I gotta know, you know.
So then he calls like a month after that. I forgot all about him. You know, now I'm starting to send it out to other people. You know,
Sure, yeah.
and I'm getting all these, rejects
I'm
and
easily
stuff.
forgettable.
So he goes, listen, I think we can work with this. So let me just send it out and have a test read.
That's right.
And the test read got some people really were touched by what I wrote.
Yes, they were.
You know, and
Yes, they were.
not that we're going to be soft here, but they were.
No, most of them were touched in the head.
Yeah.
So it really didn't.
And then I was like, this guy's just playing me. He's not. We're not gonna. This ain't happening. So one day he calls me up, and he says to me, when you file your income taxes, what do you put as your occupation? So I'm like wondering, why does he need to know this? I know the guy's a little wacky, but he needs to know my
Just a little bit.
occupation. So I made up something like, vice president of the United States or something really stupid. He goes, well, whatever it is, just change it to author. Your contract's in the mail, and the rest is
That's
history.
it. That's right. And that book went global instantly.
It
And
won-
it's
it
still
did.
going. Still
People
going.
don't realize that. That A View from the Ramp
was
did go
2010.
global. It went all over the place.
Yeah.
All over,
it went
all over the
great.
world.
Yeah, it did.
Even in India, which I didn't think I didn't print it in Arabic.
That freaked me out because I don't know what the hell those people
They don't
do.
even race in it. They have camels.
I didn't even know if they read.
You know?
All I know is they're on my phone a lot. You know, like if I call Newton or Norton.
And then I used to log into Barnes and
Noble.
Noble. Now Barnes and Noble, they had that book, and there's 1 million books in Barnes and Noble, and I was in the top 10% of their
Yeah,
total
you
sales
were.
for
You
like
were.
a long time.
Absolutely, you were.
I didn't
And
make
you
the
went right
top
to
10
shelf,
sales
too.
list, but I was in the top 10%,
That's right.
I used to look every morning. Where am I today? Where am I today?
Yeah, I know. It was a race between you and Jen Place, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But the two of you were neck and neck, and then one was above the other, and then the other was above the other, and then you started out telling her, and then she started out telling you. And I'm looking at my books going, what the fuck are these two people doing that I'm not?
Yeah. Well,
And
I could tell you, but I don't know if
yeah,
you publish my
thanks,
next 3 books.
I need that. But that, you know, you guys did great, and you hung in there for a long time, and it's still going.
still-
I think I called you not too long ago, and I told you I got the reports in.
Yeah,
and
got
we
another
gotta
royalty check.
Yeah. So I was like, son of a bitch, this guy's doing really good.
Yeah. And you know, it's A View from the Ramp. For those who read it, kind of know what it's about, especially guys and gals on Long Island. But it was like the ball 4 that Jim Bout wrote about the Yankees behind the scenes in the locker room. It was the ball 4 of my local racetrack.
That's right, Riverhead
and
Raceway.
Yeah, I call it Peconic Bay Speedway because it is a fictional story.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I know. 'Cause we don't want to let that out of it.
No.
You know, thing.
But,
I guess I kind of blew that.
Yeah. But let's talk about
Hell with those people.
A Race Across the Moon.
Yes, I've done it.
Tough
Been
story, man.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Had brain surgery twice, and survived it. Died, came back. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was a little odd, but I wrote about it, and that book took off and literally went across the moon.
No, but now
And
you,
then the domino effect was the books that I already said was selling.
Right.
I've been doing it for so long. Everything's fine. I get your fan base and all that nonsense. But that book just like domino affected everything else, and then everything else shot across the moon.
Yeah.
So, and the last time I was here, the last book I had was the Fuck You book. Yeah. And I did that for people that don't read good things. You know, I wanted to let those people know, like, I got you, man. You know, I'm going to make you read.
That's the book
you
that
know?
started out, please don't read this book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was don't read this, but I know you're going to do it
And then it would
because
be-
you're an idiot.
Then they flipped the pages. I told you.
Yeah, exactly. That was the one. The one where I told you I own you. You're just going to keep reading to the end. And sure enough, then I started getting the hate fan mail.
Yeah.
So that was great. You know, people telling me to go fuck
Well, like
myself.
Dale Earnhardt used to say, if they're booing you or cheering you, they're paying attention to you.
Well, that's just it. You know, and I knew it was more of a niche book than anything else, and it's something I don't like doing. But I did it, and it worked. So I figured, why not? But that's the last one that I do with that. But what I said was, the point was, is that when I was here last time, I said, it's probably going to be the last book I do. I got to stay
You
more
did say
involved in
that.
the business. I did. But then Race Across the Moon, you know, and now I'm doing Convicted by Tomato with Christine Carlton, very good friend of mine, another author up and coming. And after that, what the hell else am I doing? Some book on construction. The construction industry, the bubble that exploded, things like that. I'm actually in the field right now trying to, you know, get all the intel I need. And I pretty much got it. I met a lot of great guys. Pasta's one of them. He's over there.
Here we got Pasta
And,
in the green room. He's
a big fan of
He's munching
racing.
on steak and lobsters while we're sitting here talking.
That's right.
You know, because I got here late, so I didn't get to have any of the lobsters.
Yeah,
today,
no.
so
You
it's
missed
all
the
good.
Stromboli's.
Yeah.
I had that too, which was awesome. But
We have some cannolis after.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. I can go for getting fat.
Now my next book, next one that's coming out, A View from the Inside.
That, oh, I got to be on the cover of that.
You know,
We talked about it.
A
We
View
gotta
from
do
the
that.
Inside, and I don't think I talked about the subject matter. And people here on Long Island that know my writing style, they're going to think that it's about a particular person, but it's really not. It's actually an accumulation of 4 or 5 guys that I know, and I created a fictional character out of them. Basically, it's about a guy in the 70s who was making $100,000 a year working for this big company building satellites, which nobody knew what satellites were in the 70s. But they were on the cruise ships so that the cruise ships could communicate. And what he did was he took a piece of the satellite from the warehouse every day and put it in the dumpster. And that night he went and took it till he had enough parts to build his own satellite.
Nice.
Then he put it on his roof. He connected his ham radio to it, and he's getting all kinds of transmissions. Next thing you know, yeah, it's the FAA. They want to know what's going on. The feds come, it's all ugly, gets arrested, loses that job. But he was a race car driver. And racing is an addiction. Now, he had the best equipment money could buy, so now he don't have a job to buy this stuff.
No.
What does he do? He resorts to the life of crime. Becomes a professional thief.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
You
Now,
can get away with it.
as many of you know, I've never been in prison. Some think I should be, but I was never in prison. I might have drove past a prison once or twice. So I had no idea what goes on in prison. And when you write a book you got to be accurate, even if it's fictional. You can't, people agree that don't happen.
So you went and stole a satellite? And
No. So what I did is I knew this guy, this gentleman. I don't want to say he's a friend. It's a guy I know who's like 48 years old, been in prison 24 years of his life, from the time he was 16. So that's a lot of years in prison.
Yeah.
And not just jail. The guy was in
real humanitarian, a real
Oh, yeah.
man.
So I said to him, I was at his job, and I said, hey, so-and-so, listen, I'm writing a book. And first I want you to know, whatever you help me with, you're not going to get a penny. I'll buy you a slice of pizza and a beer. But I need some
soap
facts.
on a rope.
Yeah, something like that, so don't fall.
Give you a nice toothpick,
Toothbrush.
brush.
Yep.
You make a nice shank out of it.
So I said, explain to me your emotions when the police came and took you from wherever to that first night when they shut the cell doors in your cell block.
Yeah.
He goes, I stop by my house tonight, we'll talk about it. I have a little pad, pen, I'm ready, all right. I wish I would have had a tape recorder. This guy went on for hours. And he didn't stop there. He went on and on. How he got out, how he got back in, how he got out, how he got back in. And I got a picture of this guy. He's as tall as me, but he's twice as wide. He has gorilla hands. Tough guy. Tough guy. Starts crying as he's telling me the story.
He was thinking about that soap on the rope. He really wanted that. He really needed that at that time.
And how they took his breakfast the first day. And
his virginity the second.
Yeah, we went into some of these details. So somebody had read it for me to make some suggestions, and they said, I got to ask you a personal question. I said, what? How much time did you do? I said, I never did a second. I said, no. My brother or my friend, somebody that was close to it, said, no, that you had detail of what happened.
Right.
It's all good.
Yeah, you were probably in jail.
So we're going to have some fun with that one.
Yeah, I think so.
You know?
That one, and then the next one after that.
A View from the Backseat.
When I release them, like real fast, I want to let people, the readers, the fans, take their time with it because it's good. But The View from the Backseat, which I still swear is a porno mag, but and I like it.
Of
but
course.
that title just the day you told me about that, I was like, Joe's on my page. We're doing porn.
People are gonna see that title and buy it just because they think that's what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Exactly. Which is good. That's okay.
And then they'll see a great story. A great story, and that's a good thing. It's a good hook. It's a good way of getting people interested and
Then
letting them
there's
see something wonderful.
A View from the Front Office.
Yep.
That's about a race car driver who works for this fictional trucking company called WPS.
I couldn't imagine who that is about. Or who
I don't know. So it's all fiction.
Yeah, sure, right, yeah. And all the secrets that are in it are all fiction too. Just
And
like
then
the first one.
there's two I'm working on because I work at because I
Yeah.
get a block and I switch to the next one. Then wait, I can go there and I go back and forth. So then I got a view from pit road and a view from the window.
Look at this.
Now when they're done and out, and the road checks start flowing in from the first five,
Right.
I got notes already for
Oh, Jesus Christ. You got to
Four.
bankrupt me and putting these things out.
a view from the hotel lobby.
Yeah,
We
I've
talked
had that
about
view
that
many
one.
a times.
We talked about that one. Just about how deep
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
go. And
View from
that's
the elevator,
about
view from the
a
bedroom,
United
view from the
States
kitchen
Stock Car
table.
Association official who travels the top circuit, and there's 36 events at 30 racetracks, and he has a different person at each track.
Right. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Yeah,
That's gonna
no
sell
doubt.
too, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Everything you're doing is great, so
You know.
there's never an issue with us going, everybody PK going. John, it's not gonna
And then there's the autobiography,
That I want.
A View from the Mirror.
That is an excellent title, and that I want.
A View from the
To
Mirror.
let people know what a douche you really are is just so fantastic.
No, most of those guys in this chat room already know that.
Yeah, there you go.
A View from the Mirror. That's good. But that's going to be all fact.
Yeah.
All fact from my first memories of coming out of the birth canal to my death.
Wow, that's, yeah, no.
I kind of remember that.
You do?
Well, see, when I died and
I
came
like
back,
going into it now.
it was the
but,
same.
I mean, I enjoy it.
It's the same
Head
feeling.
first, a foot first, a fist first. I don't care.
It's been a while, huh?
Really?
Yeah. For you?
No, not me. Friday.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
this Friday. It was awesome.
So,
It was
anyway.
incredible.
So we're having fun with this. Like, I'm having fun. And the other thing I did is, when we first met and we talked, he said, "You plan to write other books?" I had no intention of writing any other books. But I thought my signing was contingent on saying yes, so I said yes.
Yep. And I said, stick with the View. View
with
series.
the View
You're
series.
the View guy.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I got a
Now
lot
it's
of
just
views.
great. Yeah, you do. Well, everybody has great views and viewpoints, but being able to express them in a novel or a book or what have you is really something special. And you do it so well that there's just, like I said, no way that you'll never be signed or anybody will question your ability or what you do, because of what you've done with The View from the Ramp and then A View from the Crossroads, which that book shocked the crap out of me.
That was I think that's my best one.
Well, it's, yeah.
You know why?
Right now.
Right, yeah. Well, you know why?
Right now.
That book, A View from the Crossroads, was written with pure emotion.
Well, that's what I got out of it.
You know,
yeah, it was
pure
a really
emotion.
good story.
And,
really good story.
And, you know, unfortunately,
And it's amazing what a big fag you really are.
Yeah, I'm a mushy guy, man.
You are. That's what I'm saying, man.
You know, but that one, you know, it wasn't my intention, but that book upset the guy who thinks he's the main character.
Nah.
And, you know, and I apologize if it does, but you know what?
Yeah.
And I said this with my first book, the people who were pissed off about seeing themselves. I said, if you see yourself as any of those characters, then you have a guilty conscience.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
And that's what I felt about The Crossroads. It's a fictional story.
Yeah, well,
I made it all up.
Well, wait until you do your biography. It's like when I did Stone Giants, first book, 3rd month, unknown. It came out of nowhere. Third month movie offer. Yeah. And it was like, what the hell is this?
Stone Giants. I'll tell you, you want to read a book that you're going to be like saying, holy crap, Stone Giants, written by Jeffrey Neubauer. I read that book. That was because I didn't know you.
Messed you up.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, man.
Yeah, this guy's crazy.
Guy was raising a family at 14. I mean,
insane. And he was high the whole time. And he was enjoying the shit out of it.
Going to the cities, rubbing shoulders with like big bad people.
Yeah, the mafia.
No such thing as a mafia.
But I didn't hear. Yeah, that's right.
No such thing.
Just good people. Just a bunch of old guys sitting around a table.
Bunch of businessmen living off a pension.
That's how I saw it. I didn't say much to them.
Some of my best friends are old people living off a pension.
Yeah. Well, they're my best friends. And
They're in my little circle.
I make sure I kept out all their names. I put everybody else's names.
My little circle. Some of those people are in.
Yeah. When you keep them in that little circle,
but you just see, I create last names. You don't use last names.
No, I never use last names. I don't believe in it because there's a lot of lawsuits that come out of that.
I make names up.
So, you know, it's like when I release certain books and I'm like, yeah, let me use this last name. I mean, I can get away with it. But what people don't realize is, and I'm going to secret, is with Stone Giants and other books, I'll use their first names. Yeah. And then they'll know that it's them.
Nobody else will.
It's me telling them, screw you, I got you.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. And they're like, well, I'm going to sue you. I'm like, how can you? I didn't use your last name. I put my last name
Only
on the
one
book.
person threatened to sue me.
Yeah?
So I said, go ahead.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Go ahead. I said, you might win the settlement. You'll never cash your check.
No. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. But no, well, the good thing about that is, and I pray for lawsuits. I'm like, bring them on, because it's only free media. When people do that, they're miserable, and it's free media. And you know, that's just the way it is, you know. Good or bad, price is price.
They're having fun.
And if it's not going to cost me thousands of dollars a day, I don't give a shit. You know. And there's no ding. Where's my bell, damn it? I don't know. It was supposed to be here, and Walter Johnson's going to be pissed. Yeah, okay.
Because Walter's he's on vacation and he's on.
I know. We spoke on. I have a page, One for the Road, on Facebook, and it's doing all right. And I mess around when I can on there.
I believe he's down in sunshiny Florida. It's in the high 70s, and you know he asked me to go to Mountain Speedway with the gang. I went. He asked me to go to Mahoning Valley with the gang. I went. He didn't ask me to go to Florida with the gang. I probably would have went.
Do you smell?
Well, we all smell. We all have noses.
No, I mean, do you stink?
Oh, no.
Are you smelly?
Well, some people might say I do.
That's it, you know.
Oh.
No, he had said he was going to see his daughter for the holidays. I thought it was so sweet. And,
yeah, Video Mike is talking about a view from the jail cell. That's what a view from the inside is, because it's about a guy on the inside. And you know what's real punishment? Here's a racer. Now, racers, it's an addiction. Yeah. You got to do it. Well, he's sitting, when he finally gets into the cell block, because when you first go, you're in isolation.
Right.
You got to be orientated. So he's in his cell block, and the wind is blowing the right way. And what does he hear? Race cars in the distance.
Sure.
Very faint.
All in the mind.
Little torture to his prison.
That's wild.
Pretty deep.
Yeah, it's pretty deep.
I know. Yeah. But that's what I do.
I'd hear just screaming, my own voice, as I'm getting pummeled in the ass from some giant cell guy. And it just, I'd just be crying and screaming. And then at nighttime, I'd hear myself whimpering as they're stitching my ass back
But
up.
there's a lot of that when you go to
Yeah.
prison.
I'm sure. I wouldn't know, but
Not me neither.
if I ever got addicted to that, I'd find out.
Yeah, why not?
I'd go and check myself in.
3 hats and a cot and a boyfriend.
why
What
not?
can you ask for?
Tattoo that doesn't look so gay, stuck in you with pins and dirty toothpick shanks and shit.
Making grilled cheese on the heater.
Eat it off your toilet with no seat.
Oh, man.
God, I don't know how people do it.
Let's see.
Crime does not pay unless you get away with it.
People like Kevin, basic Long Island Need for Speed, wants to know if I'm going to Wall this weekend to the turkey derby. I had planned on going. In fact, I was trying to convince the powers to be to bring a race car down for me to drive, and it's just not going to happen. So, but anyway, I'm moving this weekend, so I can't. I'm moving again, a bigger, better place. I'm going to have some fun, but anyway, let's see.
Walter Johnson wants you to come to Florida.
WJMyRaces.com. He's like, wants to know if I'd like to come to Florida. Southwest is having a sale. Yeah. I don't know. Is the whole entire regular crowd there?
Where is the 10-second delay on Jeffrey? Hey, thanks, Walter. Thanks a lot, man. Pain in the ass.
Oh, yes.
They took my bell, man. I got no bell. I got no ding.
Yeah, you told me to bring a large bell. There was one on the desk when I left last week.
Yeah, they knew I was coming.
They knew you were coming.
That's what it is.
What the
I had to get that bell away from that guy. He's just going to start going, fuck, we won't say shit.
Oh, well, so we got to pay the bills. So we're going to take a break now. And when we come back, we'll continue on this little rant that I'm having a fun time with after having a miserable, rotten day.
Oh, it's all right.
We'll be back.
Mauritius Bay Diner and Restaurant. Steaks, chops, wraps, breakfast skillets. The Mauritius Bay, 62 Montauk Highway in Mauritius, New York. 878-6827. The Mauritius Bay Diner and Restaurant in New York.
InRevio.com.
Stay in tune guitar strings. Guitar strings, bass strings, polish and accessories. Stay in tune guitar strings. Akron, Ohio. www.sitstrings.com.
InRevio. Transmitter? We don't need no stinking transmitter. Welcome to InRevio.com.
Hey, this is Paul Discofani, the disco portion of the Glory Days with Bruce and Disco show on Sundays, 10 a.m. to noon. It's a sports show with a twist. We have entertainment, music, and whatever you want to talk about. Only on InRevio.com, broadcasting to the world.
Good Times Magazine, New York's best entertainment paper for 43 years. Check out their calendar for all the latest music info, including New York City, Queens, Nassau, and Suffolk. Studio News brings you the biggest news about the hottest artists and sounds. Technobeat is your guide to electronica, techno, house, and dubstep. Packtrack keeps you up to date on the biggest events at the area's performing arts centers and theaters. Good Times Magazine gives you all this and more. It's bi-weekly and it's free. Pick up your copy today or visit goodtimesmag.com.
You gotta let me give you a shout out to artists.
All right, we're back.
We are.
We're back. Let's see, what do we got here? The chat room was going good.
But I just want to give a shout out to a couple people.
Yeah, good, yeah.
First, Stephanie Clark up in Canada. Cheryl as well up in Canada. She has a Facebook page. Single Mommy Chaos or something. I can't remember the name. She's going to kill me for not remembering. And let me see. Pete, Dwayne.
Right.
They know who they are. And Pete I respect. Dwayne's okay. Bit of a douche. Who else? Pasta, who will be on soon. And Criminal, and definitely Dave. Definitely Dave.
All right.
He's a cutter. But anyway, I just want to say hello to
You
them.
said
I know they're
people in
watching.
they're watching from Canada?
No, well, those particular people are here on Long Island.
Oh, okay.
But Stephanie Clark, our artist,
Yep.
PK Books, she's fantastic. She's one of our artists, top as far as I'm concerned, who's done most of the covers. that
Now,
I've-
now, for those who are in the
and
chat room,
yours as well.
I don't know if you caught that. He said our artist.
Yeah.
You see, because
That's
I'm
right.
not just the writer at PK Books.
No, you're a staple.
I'm a staple man.
Yeah, you're a staple, and I lost my staple puller,
And-
or you'd be out.
Yeah, I'd be out.
Just
But
kidding.
you know what's good? Like, if somebody came and offered a boatload of money for that business, we'd both be doing good.
Yeah, real good, real good.
We got to find a buyer.
That's not a problem. That's not a problem. You get offers. It's just I'm not willing to budge. I'm not willing to budge on some of the offers because I know what's coming.
Exactly.
I mean, like I was just doing red carpet events for HBO.
I know.
And shit. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Race Across the Moon.
And
I
you
got
were on
invited to a Gail
what,
King
and
show.
what show were you on? I know, but they
This
don't.
Gail King show, and,
Yeah.
and it was called, what was it, Gail King Making a Difference or something.
Yeah.
And she's wonderful. I love her.
And her best friend is Oprah Winfrey.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I went online.
But,
yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
whatever. But
And
I
Oprah
don't-
Winfrey,
I
she
don't
has a
know.
book collection
Oprah? Good for her. She's got a lot of things.
of
and I ain't got none
authors
of it.
that have been on her show and her friend's show.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing the Oprah show anytime soon. She's a supporter of Obama, and he's a dick. And there's the ding for Walter Johnson. I found the bell.
And not to get
Bitch, shit.
into politics, but nobody I know voted for him, and he's the president of the United States.
And nobody voted for any of the presidents in forever. So, the only presidents that were any good were Kennedy. They killed his ass.
Yeah.
I think his brother, they killed him too.
Yep.
And Abe Lincoln killed
was
him
good.
too.
Yeah.
So whenever you have somebody that's honest, good, and kind, that doesn't give a shit about the true owners of the World Bilderberg Group, stuff like that, things I wrote about,
So you tell me
they
that-
kill you.
Is there death in my future?
If you become president of the United
Oh, okay.
States and you actually care about your people and know that you're one of them
I
and hey,
care
let's work
about people.
together, you're dead. I mean,
I
look at
care
Jesus.
about
They nailed his ass to a cross.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, he's a fictional character too, like the boogeyman.
Exactly. That's what they say.
No, that's what I say.
Well,
I don't.
You think it, I say
try.
it. That's another book you wrote.
Yeah, you think it, I say it is
Think
an
It, I Say It.
awesome book.
Good
It's
segue.
like hardcore truth.
Oh, man.
People just they can't believe it.
I'm surprised you don't get pulled over by like the FBI.
I'm waiting
Or,
since
yeah.
I did Mind Control, which is kind of the same thing as You Think It, I Say It. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And now the book, Convicted by Tomato, has to deal with laws that are passed, that the government literally passes, that you don't know exist. And why would you? They're so stupid.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
Yep.
But they are literally, the end result is to control you.
Yeah.
So why pass a law that no one knows is passed, or create a law that no one knows is passed and not enforce it? Federal laws, like growing a tomato, like growing a tomato and feeding your family. It is, you're not allowed to grow and farm your own food, feed your own people.
No.
It's horrible. These laws actually exist, and I'm writing about them.
There's a law that I just found. I had nothing to do one day, so I was like just surfing for stupid laws. Now, I grew up in Babylon. Went to Babylon Village High School. And there's a law that you cannot fly your plane upside down wearing a scarf.
No, you can't.
In Babylon
I
Village.
never do, because I don't want that ticket.
Oh my God,
You
are
know?
you kidding?
Me and Snoopy, we fly the doghouse around and shit. I make him take off the scarf when we're doing loop-de-loops.
Where did I
Yeah.
get this scarf from? But anyway. And Dapo, my buddy
You know
Dapo,
you do too, Pasta. What are you laughing at?
the vice president of Dapo is on, and Dapo is the Drivers Against Poor Officiating.
Really?
Vice president. He's not only is he a vice president, he's a charter member. And we brought Dapo back a couple of years ago, my race team.
Right.
And we showed up, my whole entire crew, my driver, me, we wore these shirts. It said Dapo across. Big, bright red shirts of big white letters. Dapo.
Mine just says douche.
All right, so
Wait.
the PR director, the
It's
PR
not?
director for the racetrack comes
damn.
over to me and says, if you guys think you're gonna, win any friends and gain anything by wearing those shirts, you got another thing coming. I said, we're not here to gain friends. All we want to do is be treated like everybody else.
Right.
That's all I'm asking.
Right.
Don't treat me different because of who I am. And it worked.
I don't know. I say treat me different because I'm a douche.
Yeah. WJ thinks
Why not?
WJ thinks I'd be a good president, but he thinks you'd be better.
Oh, I'd be awesome.
You know?
I'd be awesome. There'd be sex scandals and drugs everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
So just
It'd
like
be
it was in,
I'd pimp out the friggin' White House.
just
I'd
like
paint
when
the shit
Jefferson was
black.
president.
What's that?
Just like when Jefferson was president.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't know that.
No, not a lot of people don't. But they should read. They should read more. And
Oh, who's that? Video Mike. Let me tell you something about Jim Brewer. Remember Jim Brewer?
Yes,
He bumped
I
me.
do.
He bumped me.
Yes, I remember the book signing.
I'm supposed to do a book signing at Barnes & Noble Lake Grove, one of the biggest Barnes & Nobles on Long Island.
Yep.
I'm
this
all
is true.
set. I go in, and the
like-
manager says, "Oh no,
well.
we're bumping you." What do you mean you bumped me? But Jim Brewer is going to.
Brewer.
Now, I didn't really know who Jim Brewer was.
He's a funny comedian. He
He
does
was
some
on Saturday
goat
Night
things.
Live. He's does some stand up and stuff.
Yeah, he's funny
And
guy.
he didn't have a lot of people at that signing.
No, I don't think
I would have had 5 times as many.
so. Yeah, without a doubt.
Well, and I said that to them, and the lady actually she told me to leave. So then when I left, and then I told him, I said, that was a waste of time. And he calls her back, reams. So I go back in,
That's right.
and all of a sudden she wants to make a deal with me. Remember?
Yeah.
If you buy the books, we'll split the profit 50-50.
Yeah, you can
so I
kiss
tell
my
him,
ass.
all right, we're in. This is what we're going to do. He calls the president of Barnes & Noble.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I was dealing with the head boys and everything.
Remember?
Get the hell away from my
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you, crazy? He's going to
Let's make
introduce
him
himself to managers? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
He's
really.
a world-sold author. You're making money on his books, you stupid bastard.
I haven't seen her in that store since.
You're not going to?
No, I'm thinking,
Yeah, I'm
the
thinking
axe.
she's gone.
But
It's
another
like when I
person.
had Jen Place, I got her a signing up in her Barnes & Noble in Poughkeepsie, it was, and everybody was like, oh, who is she? Who is she? And I was like, she's got more fans than you could possibly imagine. Check your own records. But the stores don't know. It's the people behind the scenes that do. So we got her the signing. She goes in there, starts the signing. It's only supposed to be an hour or so. Well, we had other authors coming in, and she just literally was just selling, just selling out left and right. And it was like she just ran over into other authors' time who were down there going, I'm supposed to do a signing now. They were like, you can go now. We're busy with author Jen Place.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's my girl.
Yeah.
Who's now a partner in PK.
Yeah, she is.
Now a partner in PK. She's a good friend of mine. She took good care
good
of me.
people.
And I just said, here's part of the business.
There you go.
You know?
It's all
Because
good.
I'm that generous and tasty.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway.
yeah.
So, anyway, this week, the Turkey Derby, the annual Turkey Derby, I understand there's a good field of cars scheduled to go down there, folks. Some empty seats, though, modified. I've been talking to some people. The 2 deal, the Mike Smiglio Racing, that deal is not etched in stone.
Wait. They're racing turkeys?
Yeah, well, they call it the Turkey Derby. They're race cars. But they do it Thanksgiving weekend.
I thought people were actually riding turkeys because I'd go see that shit.
Yeah. And then the 79 team, Hillbilly Racing,
And can you eat them if the loser eats it kind of thing? Or
something like that.
kind of shit?
The 79 team was on Facebook looking for a driver. So I don't know what's going on with that. A lot of cars going, but there's some drivers missing. So, but I did put in a bid. Now the 2 car was one of the best cars in the series that I used to be an official in, and I put in my name in the hat. Even though I have a ride for 2014,
Right.
not a lot of sponsorship. I'm gonna be like Kevin Basic. I need sponsorship for 2014.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Tell Walter Johnson to save that Florida money, get home, and start sponsoring some shit. Come on, we got people riding turkeys and crap or something. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I'll tell you. I gotta tell
I
you.
want to live in your world for a day.
You couldn't.
Nah, probably not.
No, you
but I do want to ride a turkey. That'd be neat.
Do you?
Yeah, well, I stuff them.
Somebody asked me.
And
once-
not the way you think.
Somebody asked me if I could have anything I want. What would I want? I said I need the world to stop so I get off just for a little while.
Yeah, just like jump off for a second. Just hang out in space for a while. I could do it.
When it's all good. But then speaking of now, marketing. PK Books almost is marketing itself
Yeah,
for the most part.
it is. And it's all because me. I'm insane. So.
You are insane. But
People always looking at me going, what the hell's wrong with you? That's the guy from PK Books.
Behind
PK
your
Books. And then they go to
insanity.
PK Books and go, wait, this is a good company. How can that asshole run it?
you have Jen, who's pretty mellow,
Jen is awesome.
and you have me, who's pretty mellow.
Yeah.
And then you have Annette, who's mellow in person, but I bet you in those doors, I said she kicks your butt.
Yeah, yeah, behind closed doors, yeah.
She's a tough lady.
Yeah, my balls are currently residing in a jar on my windowsill. So yeah,
She's tough.
she has a way of beating the shit out of me. So
Nice thing. She came to the racetrack one day.
Yeah, she did.
Book in.
When you
She was very
came with the
impressed.
books and everything,
Yeah.
everybody came running over in the NASCAR suits and stuff. I was like, look at this shit. Everybody's like, sign my book, sign my book.
She was loving
That
the
was so
modified.
cute. Yeah.
She was loving it.
Yeah, she was. She was so happy for you. Still is. I wish she was here tonight, but she had some things to take care of. Boyfriend, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
It's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least you know it's not me because I'm here with you.
Nah, if it was you, I'd be like, good for you. Have on it. We're all good.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not signing your checks anymore. So that's
Doesn't she handle that part of the business?
She counts the money.
Oh, okay.
And then spends mine.
Yeah, okay.
And then counts it again, I guess.
Yeah.
And then tells me I'm broke.
Yeah.
So, no, she doesn't do that.
Well,
She
my
buys
ex-wife told me-
$3,000 bags. That's what she does. I got a Prada today.
It was on
Oh, well,
sale.
that's nice.
It was
What the hell is a
10% off.
Prada? You know?
It was
only
10% off.
Yeah, it was only $3,000 or whatever, 2,000 something. And I'm like, oh, that's great. I'm gonna go take a shit now. It's like, wait, there you go, Walter Johnson. There's your ding.
Oh,
But that's the thing. It's like, are you kidding me? But yeah, no, she handles the money thing. But in the end, it's really boils down to me and Jen. You know, and that's always she's too busy. She's got some ailments right now, so she's handling her own thing.
Hey, you know.
But it is what it is, and you know. But again, the point of this was marketing. How do we miss that? Something about me taking a shit.
Yeah.
Oh, racing.
Yeah.
Actually.
See, this is what I'm thinking.
I'm all over the place.
This is what I'm thinking. This is what we
it's
could
the
do.
soda.
See, on my modified, the only thing that's on the back panel right now is in the upper right-hand corner is a number.
Right.
So we could promote every race a different book on the back of that panel.
I think so.
You know?
Yeah. Well, we have the old PK logo on one of your cars.
Yeah, that way we don't waste
Yeah,
that color.
we ain't get rid of that shit.
Yeah,
we gotta
that's
have to
old.
do the.
We do have the
new
old one. on
The
the
old
other
one's
car.
good. I keep it for the kids' books. You know, because of the cat ears and stuff, and it's just so.
See, briefly, I had my own logo. I had like a steering wheel with cat ears. Remember?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We designed and everybody had their own logo. That's right for the books that came out.
But
But since Stephanie Clark, again, our artist, she, you know, we told her about this old world stamp thing, and she just did it so well, so regal that we said, you know what, that's our new logo. Stephanie's great, so why the hell not?
Why not? Hey,
You know, so
That's
so
what
we
it's all
kept
about,
it. Yeah.
know?
But
That's
that's
all
gonna
about-
have to go on the cars now.
yes, it is.
You know, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
that's the
That'd be a
thing,
lot of fun, and it'd probably be the place where the cars get smashed into.
Well,
People be aiming for it. You know, it's like
I
a
told the
bullseye.
I told my crew chief, I said, you know, we're going to need a lot of body panels because I have a habit of tearing stuff up. And the guy that owns the thing was like, my race cars don't get torn up. I said, well, you won't be able to say that after 2014.
Yeah.
Video Mike has a nice title, A View from Behind Me.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you
now.
go.
Now, and Video Mike, a videographer, he makes racing videos, and there's some good stuff. Good
View
stuff.
from Lincoln's bedroom. Who the hell? Holy crap.
Yeah.
I want to see a, nah.
But Video Mike really thinks you remind him of Jim Brewer. I can't believe
Me, Jim Brewer? You must be kidding me. I'm not going to start goating on you and shit.
it. You know?
You know, on that old goat thing. But, no, not at all.
We have a very busy chat room today.
Yeah, we do. And he keeps saying.
All the green bodies, those are the people that are on live right now.
Yeah, I see that.
Pretty cool.
Everybody keeps saying, my balls reside. What the hell is that? My balls reside.
I don't know.
Reside where? My balls reside in your mouth.
A View from
Something.
Behind Me
Finish the quote.
of prison books. Yeah, you know what's funny? There was a guy from Long Island race who did go to prison. He wants me to write his story. He got
Yeah,
it.
but you got to charge him. If you're going to freelance, you
No,
can't just do
I
it for
can't
free.
do
You got to
that.
tell him. You got to tell him. Listen, I got to charge
It's
you.
not my
You know,
style.
a carton of cigarettes.
Yeah, really, that's money in jail. But that's not my style. Is not to write real stuff. I write fake stuff.
Well, you write fake stuff, so you say. We'll just say that.
Just
We'll
it's
just say
fiction.
that. You know.
It's fiction. Because once, my attorney told me once the genre is fiction, I'm covered.
Yeah, no. We'll just say it's fiction, but so that's the way that goes. And I write all fiction too.
Yeah.
You know. So,
Yeah,
no, I don't actually. The only fiction stuff I have is the kids' book.
Yeah.
Everything else is just.
Which a lot of people don't understand or don't believe. You can go to pkbooks.com and you'll see that that's the primary thing of PK Books is children's books.
It really was. That's how it was started.
Yeah.
That's how it was started with the Poopy Kids.
Yeah.
And then the Kitty Foo. And everybody was telling me I was shit,
Yeah.
you know, in the industry.
Yeah.
And this is when I was starting out. And then it was like, okay, bull crap. Let's see what happens. So I put it out there, and sure enough, kids were reading it. And I was like, this is really great. All over the world. And I was like, I know what I'm doing. You know, these people are just, that's the thing with the industry is they want you, and it's much like the racing industry, as we've talked last time about who's going to win the race and who's the photo finish and who likes who better. Well, that's the same thing with publishing industry. They want you to read what they want you to read, the bigs. Right. They want to sell you what they want you to read. And most people are so gullible, they'll buy it.
Right.
And they don't realize, like this 50 Shades of Somebody's Left Nut,
Right.
or whatever the hell it is, it's a niche book. It's for people to sit around and go, oh, and sex and this and that, and it'll get movies, it'll get this, it'll get that.
It did get
but
movies.
it's not. Yeah, but it's not real. It's bullshit. It's garbage. It's not educational. It's not helping you. And when I started with the kids' books, it was educational for kids, and it all went. And then I said, well, let me go further. Let me do this.
Then is Emily Knows the Numbers?
Yeah, Emily Knows the Numbers. That's actually a
See, I
Annette
know what's
started
going
that
on
series.
in
Yeah,
our
that's right,
company.
you do. Annette started, yeah, we do. But Annette started that. She wanted to educate preschoolers with just basic lessons, but make it as fun as possible. And she did it in 2 languages because, kids today, English and Spanish.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting to high school to take Spanish classes, Annette said, screw that, let's get them going now. So we did that, and that was with, the hell's her name? Eva.
So you get very serious when you talk about that stuff.
Well, I do because I like the kids stuff. It means a lot to me. I want children to be educated and not turn out to be, well, me, and that kind of thing. And I just want them to do better. I mean, the world moves so fast that parents don't have much time anymore. Everybody's doing that thing. I mean, they move fast like going around a racetrack, at top speed. And it's like, I just want them to slow down, put the video games down for a minute, read a book, learn something, and then go back and play. Right. Because at least you walk away with a little knowledge.
Exactly.
You'll have a better life.
And that's what it's all about. And even the stuff that I write, a lot of it is holy crap, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I try to leave the reader with something to think about.
Well, that's just it.
Something to think about.
That's just it.
Like in A View from the Crossing Road, that friend that you met in the old neighborhood,
That's right.
How no matter what happens between you.
You can separate for 20, 30 years, and all of a sudden, you're back, and it's just like the beginning.
You don't talk for months over misunderstanding, and all of a sudden one day something's going to happen, and you're back.
And there you are, yeah. That's
just.
It's wonderful because it's so real to life.
Yeah.
That it's,
A View from the Ramp, it was really, I needed to get some stuff out.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
That was,
I did get it
that's what got me, is like that, and the fact that the car wreck. Because let's face it, NASCAR is awesome for car wrecks. You get a good car wreck going, man. That's when everybody just to the TV. Because people just have a propensity to like explosive death things, Wow. And that's it. But the stuff that you wrote about that when you were in the wreck, that shocked the crap out of me.
It's kind of funny. One of my customers ended up finding out I was an author, and they bought one of my books, and they brought it to the store. Can you sign? Oh, yeah, I signed the book. And they came in like one day and they said, I know it's fiction, but it seems like some of this stuff really happened. So I kind of just chuckled. Yeah. And she goes, all I got to do is, did the part with the guardian angels, did that really happen? And I'll say no more. And I said, yeah. And she started to cry.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
That's right. I told people what happened to me in the hospital, and they laughed at me. So, but I don't care because I was there.
Yeah.
So
nobody believed me.
And I won't talk about it anymore. I don't. I only told one person, and I'll never speak of it again.
That's it. And we're going to take a break, pay some more bills, and we come back. We're going to have a surprise guest. They call him Pasta.
Not the dish.
You guys might, some of you local guys might.
But he is
recognize the
delicious.
person. Yes, he is. That's I've only heard that. I don't know.
Oh, he's tasty.
All right. We'll be back.
Hey, dude, it's me again. Village Music Shop in Mastic. Anyway, you all know my dog, Mr. Big. Yeah. Well, Dudes and Dudettes Village Music Shop has been in business for over 37 years, serving musicians with the best products and service around. Oh, they have private lessons on all instruments and in all styles of music in their new state-of-the-art digital teaching studios, or the excellent sales and service of guitars, drums, school band instruments, amps, PAs, as well as sheet music, books, and accessories. Basically, dudes, everything musical, right, Big? Yeah. Chill out. Village Music has rentals on all instruments, even PA systems for your parties and barbecues. Oh, cool. Dude's Village Music Shop never has a sale on stuff because every day our prices are lower than all the competition. Stores, internet, whatever, guaranteed. Yeah. So come to Village Music Shop, 1495 Montauk Highway in Mastic. Phone 1-800-HEY-DUDE. Anyway.
BeanRadio.com.
Oil City Skate Park, Long Island's only indoor skate park. Skateboarding, BMX, inline skating, open 7 days a week. Nearly 150 decks by Baker, Flip, Girl, Chocolate, Real, Plan B, Crimson, Zero, Element, DGK, Bogata, and more. The best in tees, hoodies, wallets, trucks, wheels, bearings, t-shirts, hats, and DVD. New York's largest Santa Cruz dealer. Introducing Jark Skateboards, Europe's best-selling deck. Oil City Skate Park, 3565 Maple Court, Oceanside, New York. Phone 516-442-0706 or go to www.oilcitysk.com. NJ8.com for more info.
InRadio.com. Welcome to the future of radio. In radio.
Hey, this is Chuck from the Two Guys and a Chick Show. Check us out Wednesday nights from 7 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about stupid news, email bag, and all-around BS. Two Guys and a Chick Show, only on InRadio.com, broadcasting to the world.
What are you waiting for? Everyone else is advertising on the internet. Shouldn't you? Tired of small returns on phone books, newspapers, radio ads, TV ads, coupon books, direct mail? Everyone is on the internet every day. Advertise on the internet for as low as $100 a month. Over 250,000 impressions per month on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, InRadio.com, and more. Go to the Advertise With Us page on Ravio.com and get started today.
I don't care about this.
Okay, we're back. So now that the gentleman on my left, you're right in the middle of Jeffrey and I, is done eating lobster tails and steak tibbets, he's joined us. Richie Lane.
How you doing?
Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I don't
it's
know
all
anybody
good.
named Richie Lane.
I don't know this guy. Never met him before.
Richie
We're on
is,
the other side.
he helps the Peterson brothers,
Yes.
Anna, Artie, Scott, and you're involved with C.J. Lehman too.
CJ Lehman, yes I am.
So it's, you know, it's funny. I've never had like a crew guy come on, but not only are you a crew guy, you're a race fan,
Sure I am.
big time. So now, how long have you been a race fan?
Since I was 2 years old.
2 years old.
My father brought me to go see my favorite driver. God forbid he died at a young age, Richie Evans, number 61. Everybody knows him.
Oh yeah. Richard's like 2. So now how old are you now? So I'm going to ask guys. How old are you?
39.
There's 37 years going to the races. 37 years as a
37
race
years.
fan.
And now I take
That was quick math, by the way. And
I'm good.
God damn it!
I'm good. I'm good.
Math.
I'm good. I
shit.
do everything quick.
39 minus 2, 37. Holy shit!
Yeah.
You're a genius.
And actually I am. A lot of people don't know that.
Well, hey, man.
Where'd you find this guy? This guy's a
He
little-
found me.
That's right.
He called me up.
Oh,
Ding.
Because this girl Teresa that we both knew, she calls over and says, Jeffrey, this guy, he's all, you got to sign.
And
You got to
trust me,
Yeah.
we both knew her.
really?
Yeah.
That's not true.
Oh, my
Teresa's good people. I'm just
So-
a douche.
And he's never, I can't get him, I got him to go to the racetrack, and then he left. He didn't stay for the races.
I had to.
What's racetrack?
Riverhead.
Oh, yeah, you've been
Yeah,
to
And then
Riverhead.
you
I
left.
went to Riverhead.
He was in the
like
pits
it?
and
My
everything.
life. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I went there to sport show. You know.
Oh,
He was
There
more
you go.
excited about watching the cars pull into the pits than watch them race on. I said, if you think that's exciting, you need to go sit in the bleachers
That's
and
it.
watch the cars drive
there
around.
you go.
No, no,
Then
yeah.
after the race, you run down into the pits and you watch them beat the crap out of each other.
Because it's the only
Let's hear
place
about those stories.
you could see a race and a prize fight at the same
That's
time.
right.
There are some
All
nights,
in one. All
there's
in one.
more police cars at that place than late models.
Wrenches and control arms.
There's shit flying
Sometimes
And back in my younger days, I was usually right in the middle of that stuff.
everywhere.
Well, I
I've
don't
been
get
in a
up as
couple.
quick as I used to.
I've been in a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a pretty sight.
You know what it is? It's such a, excuse me, the passion. You
Exactly.
work on a car all week long. You miss stuff at home. Your wife's screaming at you. You work on a car, work on a car, work on a car. You bring it out. It's good to go. And some jerk wrecks you.
That's it. That's the worst.
You're going to be pissed.
You know,
Car's good in practice.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm at the Jiffy Lube. They changed my oil. I pull out. Somebody smashes into my car. I'm pissed.
Exactly.
You know.
You
I'm
can
pissed.
understand that.
You know, I'm like, shit. I didn't even make it to the racetrack. Damn, I didn't even make it to the fucking light.
Ding. Come on.
Sorry.
I asked
I'm a
you to
little-
do one thing.
It's a little far off.
One thing I asked you to do.
I
You
know,
can't do.
I'm screwing up.
All right?
I'm sorry. Pasta's annoying me.
Sorry.
I can ask you, why did they call you pasta?
Well, it's not the I call myself pasta. Something when I grew up, I
You talk to
ate a
yourself?
lot of it.
You talk to yourself?
The other voices
You
talking
just said
back.
you called yourself pasta.
Yes. Well, it's on my tattoo. I have a tattoo on my arm, and that's what it says.
All right.
Something that came up
Pasta
with
boy.
phrase, and I like to, instead of people calling me my first name, I think it's a good catchphrase. So
Okay.
nobody forgets you.
You know,
Well, who can forget pasta?
people would like to forget me. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
There's some people in that chat room and they're thinking that right now. I'd like to
I'm
forget this guy.
unforgettable because, well, I'm fucking sexy and adorable.
Who tells you this?
Everybody.
Where'd you find
Not
this guy
everybody.
again?
I told you he found me.
This guy's
This is what happened. His
I was
chil-
trolling for friends.
the children's stories weren't
I had
working.
my hook out there.
The children's books weren't working.
oh.
Yeah.
He needed
Right,
a guy.
children's books.
He needed somebody to jumpstart PK books. There I was.
That's right. That's right. I was writing. Nothing was happening. I was making $0.
So now
I was.
we're getting the report. I love telling this, and I don't mean to. I could do this because he's my friend. We're getting the reports on sales.
Oh, I hate this story.
So he calls me up. He goes, "Hey, the reports are out. How'd we do? You're kicking ass. You're all over the world. India, Canada, Australia, the United
Really?
Kingdom, everywhere.
Yeah.
Mexico. How you doing? We're not here to talk about how I'm doing. We're here to talk about and we had these little
forget
comments.
that day.
Jeffrey, I'm in 8% of the total Barnes and Noble book sales. And he goes, yeah, okay. I'm like 88 millionth. We had some fun with that because it's all about having a good time.
You know,
you know?
in my defense, my books were out for many years, so and
Yes,
I had
they
written
were.
for a while. So fuck you, Joe.
You have a book titled that.
Yeah, I actually have
Yeah.
the fuck you book out.
So, F you book.
The fuck you book. Hey, would you ring this, please? You're cursing.
This
I'll
is
tell you
for,
what.
was that guy's name again?
Walter Johnson.
Walter Johnson. It's for you, Walter Johnson.
Video Mike singing for us.
There you go.
You from Jiffy Lube. I can't write about a real place. I only write about fictional places like Peconic Bay Speedway, I-395 Speedway.
Yeah.
I make these
way
things up.
Because no one
Wayne
can ever
Floyd
decipher
Speedway.
your amazing code.
Like,
your skills.
there's
and
a character.
deception are-
There's a character in one of my up-and-coming books. I'm not going to tell you which one.
Right.
His name is Neil Jeffries. I wonder who that is.
Yeah.
I wonder who that could be. I made the guy up, but I'm sure you'll see maybe some similarities.
Oh God, I got
Except
to
he
get out of this
didn't, he didn't have a
business.
brain tumor. He got shot in the head
Yeah,
and lived.
that's about right.
Yeah,
Yeah, so,
by-
so basically, what you're
By a
saying is
disgruntled
you bought
husband.
gun.
A disgruntled husband shot you in the head.
Oh Jesus Christ! Here we go.
Oh.
I gotta get out of this business.
So I got now. now I'm going to call you Pasta because
Okay, that's fine.
it's
I
on your
love
tattoo.
that name.
Now
Pasta
he
Lumune.
your whole life going to races, watching races. Your hero dies in a wreck, but
That's
you
not
still
true.
go.
I'm sitting right
you still
here.
go. You didn't walk away. A lot of people walk away if their hero got ended their
They
life.
probably do. When Dale Earnhardt Jr. died, Dale Earnhardt Sr. died, I'm sure a lot of people, after Richie Evans staying, that was in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, and you're watching Daytona 500. Mike Waltrip's right there, right behind him. Two behind is Dale Earnhardt. And then it wasn't even hard. It was just a little tap on the wall. You know, I was waiting for him to run down and into victory lane, and he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like, he was shocked. He didn't know what happened. Finally, he got into a little accident, and then
I was there that day, and the last couple of laps, I was going between Michael and Dale Jr., Michael, and listen, I said, I wonder what Senior's saying. So now I have a 100-channel scanner, so every channel is that car number, so it's easy for me to find who. So I go to channel 3, and I'm listening, and I'm listening to Dale screaming and yelling, tell those guys to pick a lane. I can't block the whole track. He's like screaming. He comes out of turn 2, and there's nothing. He's not talking. I'm like,
that's what it was.
That's odd. He's not talking. And he's holding up the field, and Dale Jr. and Michael, they're building a little cushion. He goes into the wall, him and Schrader, boom. And I hear children saying, Dale, you okay? Dale,
nothing.
All right? Truckle Myers going, come on, Dale, talk to us. He says, he must have ripped the headset out. And all of a sudden, Schrader's on his radio. You better get people over here now. And I'm like, man.
That's what we all said. It wasn't even a hard hit. It was he had the over ends and this and that. He just hit the wall at the right angle. And
I watched him barrel roll and hit every part of that body. The car's upside down. They rolled it back on to get it on the roll-up truck. And Dale looks, he goes, I got all 4 wheels. Let's see if it fires up. And he went right back out there.
Holy crap.
That's how this guy was.
Yeah.
You know?
So he's called the Intimidator.
That's it.
He was.
This is the guy. And one of the first times I went to Daytona was at the dual one. They called them the twin 125s back then.
Right.
And Rusty Wallace kind of messed him up a little bit. Rusty was on to win the race, so I'm in the garage. I'm down there, and I want to get a glimpse of Rusty Wallace. I want to see him. He just won. He's coming out of victory lane, and he goes into his trailer, and there's Earnhardt. Goes right in, and you can see through the doors. Bam! Rusty goes down like a sack of potatoes falling off the shelf. And he walks out. Microphones. So what did you say to Rusty? I just told him that next time I'm going to get him. He walked away. And I'm like, wow, this happens here too. It's like Riverhead.
Yeah. Oh, crap. That's dedication.
So now Roll Bolton had been around a long time. I was there when Tommy Baldwin lost his life. I was directing that race. I was in charge of that. And for a little while, I was like, I ain't doing this no more.
Right.
You know, here's a guy.
You see all your heroes that you watched, and then you're just seeing them like one by one. Charlie Dzumbeck, you know, it's just like, wow.
Whoa.
But that's their passion for racing. Like you said, it's like a drug. They had the need for speed, the need to be up front, and they want to be there, and that's what happens.
And it's kind of, not that it's funny, I'll say ironic. It's ironic that when after Tommy Baldwin did his thing, and it kind of wreaked havoc with my head a little bit. And my mom, who thought racing was a waste of time, waste of energy, waste of money. And
a lot of people do.
And we had the incident with Tom Baldwin, and she calls me up. She goes, and it was a Saturday. And we had a week off between that Thompson Faithful Day and going to stop it. And she calls up the house and she goes, how come you're not at the races? I said, no, my series is off this week. She goes, oh, I heard you're not going no more because of what happened to your friend.
Right.
I said, I'm really thinking about that. And she goes, Joe, she goes, he was going to die at that moment, whether he was on the Long Island Expressway, home in his bed, or in the shop working on his race, because she believed that, you know?
Right.
She goes, you can't blame yourself.
It was his time.
God picked him out. It was his turn.
That's
you know, let's go. And I still was kind of back and forth. And Racing with Jesus came, and they talked to me. And
Jesus races cars?
Yeah.
I knew it.
He's good, too.
I knew it.
Sure is.
And then Tommy's girlfriend, Debbie. I don't know if you remember Debbie.
64.
Yeah. Tommy Baldwin's girlfriend.
Comment. I'm sorry. Does burnouts every week?
Does it really?
Yeah, he burns the
Jesus.
tires.
Oh, he does.
Our
Yes.
Lord and Savior.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Really?
So
With the
Debbie.
ropes and all that shit?
The thing is, the car's black, not white.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
What are you trying to say?
But it has a sword
What
on
are
it.
you trying to say?
It's a beautiful car.
That's right.
Burns the tires up every week.
That's a shot. So Debbie, Tommy Baldwin's girlfriend, calls me up. And I'm like, she goes, are you all right? I said, you calling me? Are you all right? She goes, well, I just heard that you're thinking of leaving racing. I said, I am. She goes, as much as I'd like to see Tommy come out of the grave, I don't want to see him come out of the grave to kick your ass.
Yeah.
That's what she said to me. And Then I went back,
Right.
and then John blew it.
Yeah, that was a shame too.
There's a little story
I
here.
was not to cut you off. I
No,
was
go ahead.
supposed to go there that weekend, but I had a thing with one of my children, so I didn't go.
Yeah.
And the day of the race, my uncle calls me up, which they're big fans of racing too, and he just told me that John blew it and Jimmy blew it racing for the lead.
Brothers,
Close. Yep, and they
Yep.
got into it, and it was just a freak accident, and they said a Nerf bar went through his helmet, killed his own brother.
Yeah.
You know, I talked to Jimmy, after the race, not after
rubber
that
out.
race, but a couple
I
of
was
weeks
gonna say a
later.
Nerf ball, like a Nerf football.
Yeah.
No, it's,
Being a douche.
no, that's okay. It's fine. People don't know.
Yeah. Well, and
But,
it was, the ironic part about that event is I had ACL surgery on my knee.
Right.
So I was out of work 12 weeks. I mean, I was sitting by my poolside, drinking Coors Lights,
Sweet.
watching cartoons, but I just couldn't work.
Bud Light
They wouldn't let me
Platinum
work.
Jet, so
Yeah, so, UPS is calling me every day. You're coming back next week? Yeah, whatever. So I come back, and I'm back a day, and my boss says, you have a 5-day weekend planned that you're going to be off. You're going to be off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday.
Right.
I said, yeah. He goes, dude, you just got back, man. They used to call me Stone. He goes, Stone, you just got back. He goes, you going to still take those days? I said, I'll let you know tomorrow. So I go home. I'm thinking about it. I said, you know what? I'll miss this race. So I miss it. I don't go to the internet. I don't go watch. Because believe it or not, a lot of people don't know this. I'm not a fan of racing. To me, racing's a business, and I operate a business out of it.
right.
So I wake up the next morning, I turn my phone on, and all of a sudden it's beeping. Boop, 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 voicemail after voicemail, text after text. And a guy calls me when he leaves me a voicemail. The first one, Joe, so-and-so, make sure my son's all right. I'm like, oh, man, something happened to my cousin. I went, holy jeez, Freddie Krabs, my cousin,
Right.
I try to look after him when he's at the races. Hope nothing happened. Next one, Joe, you all right? I'm fine. I'm in my bed. I'm like, message after message. Are you all right? Is this one all right? So finally, I got to turn my computer on.
Right.
And there's
Right, exactly.
Johnny standing, his blue eyes in a picture
Right.
with the dates. I'm like,
Yeah.
Sunday I go there with my daughter Jessica. We're testing the modified.
Right.
And she'd be flying down the backstretch, through 3 or 4, flying down the stretch, and she'd do 1 and 2 like this. Put. Then on the gas go. I finally got, Jess, don't look to the right, because they had an outline of the car on the track like it was a murder scene.
Holy crap.
Oh
that's
yeah,
Weird.
it was eerie. So I'm glad I wasn't there for that one, because I don't know if I would have came back after that.
They actually did a chalk outline of the car.
Well, in Connecticut, they treat it as a crime scene.
But the car.
There was an outline of the car painted on the ground.
That's like a fucking Bugs Bunny cartoon, man. Are you kidding me? That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
One thing I disagree about, and what I heard
Connecticut.
about it, is that they red flagged it,
Yep.
and they made the drivers come back out and finish the race.
Right. Some didn't.
Some refused.
Yeah, some refused.
The grandfather refused,
Yeah.
and they put him out there, and that's wrong. Somebody died. You know what I'm saying? You say, okay, it's over, it's done.
And it wasn't like a short wait. It was a long
yeah,
wait.
know.
You know? And I know a
That's,
couple of guys that refused. And my hat's off
I
to
mean,
them.
just think how, after that, how Jimmy Blewett felt. It's like, I killed my brother.
Yeah.
He was on suicidal watch for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember talking to him when I went to the services, and he didn't leave his brother's side in that funeral.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
That was his mentor, his older brother.
Yeah. Because he was the baby brother. He
Right.
was, it was kind of sad, but and he moved on, and as we all do, and whatever's internal, we keep internal. But I'm sure it wasn't easy for him, especially he went back and raced at Thompson right after that, And that's
just to see that turn every time you pass it, it's just memories.
And that's what it is. It's the memories, and there's so many people I remember that I raced with that are no longer with us, and you wonder. I always joke around that like they say, if there's a rock and roll heaven, they have a hell of a band. There must be some hell of a damn race going on up in heaven.
You guys are such downers. Let's talk about dildos and stuff.
You can't race with those.
Can't race with those.
Oh man,
Hey,
They don't smell too good.
oh, here I am.
fine.
You know?
I cam too.
And we're digital. You can see I'm blushing here. Look at this.
Cam too. 650 horsepower, you know? That's what we like.
Yeah, exactly. Take a bath in Cam 2.
That's it.
You know?
If they had a perfume in there, a cologne of that, forget about it. Forget about it. There'll be no Mariah Carey this or J-Lo
No
this.
Chanel number 5.
There'll be none of that.
Cam 2,
Jordan,
number
this and that.
120.
Yeah, right?
Be Cam 2.
There you go.
Light a match.
That's it. Across the world.
I'll tell you what. You're in your shop. You're in your race shop.
Right.
Your motor's delivered. You put the gas in. You hook everything
Man.
up. You flip the switches. You're not listening to make sure all 8 cylinders are hitting and the valves and the lifters are not banging on them. Smell it? Smell it?
That's it. Smells good.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my God.
I can only think of a couple of different smells and we can't talk about them on here.
Yeah, well, yes, we can.
Well, we can, but I don't think we're going. We'll talk
Okay,
about
I'll
that in the
take
view
that
from
one.
the hotel room.
Yeah.
Every spring we love that smell. That aroma.
Yeah.
No, so,
You have no
no,
idea.
no, Posse, you've been around a long time, and I want to see if because this is my feeling. What's wrong with local racing today, in your opinion?
What's wrong with Jeff?
Right, that's a whole nother show here.
What's wrong with local racing?
From your perspective, as a fan for your whole life,
What's wrong with it?
and I don't mean to pick. I'm not picking on any track. It's in general, local racing. What's wrong with it?
It's not. I don't think it's promoted right. I mean, you have a lot of people. I go to talk to people about the racetrack at my job here. They never even heard of Riverhead Raceway. They lived there their whole life. I'm like, what do you mean? You ever go to Tanger Outlets? Don't you see that sign they have up there, Riverhead Raceway? No, we driven past it. What do you mean you driven past it? You don't hear those cars? And like I try to encourage a lot of people to take. But the problem is when you go there, I mean, I understand insurance is high and everything, but the price to get in, it's like going into a Yankees game. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's no need for it. And then the price for food, bottle of water, $5. $5, I'll buy a case of water. Come on. You know? If they have group rates, like, you know, a family of whatever, this should be the price, or, you know?
Yeah.
But it's a shame. That's why you have Bob Finan on there trying to promote and get people. You know, they have different, like the monster shows, and they try to promote a little bit, but it's not as big as it should be.
Right. Yeah,
That's the problem.
About 10, 12 years ago, I had the pace car home. I was using it for something. I think I was doing an appearance, a fundraiser type of thing, and the pace car's on my driveway. And before I head out, I washed it. I'm cleaning it all up, making it all look nice. And some guy in some pickup truck stops in front of my house, and he goes, "Well, what are you getting that ready for the museum?" I have like a 2002 Monte Carlo, brand new, like 500 miles on it. The museum? What are you talking about? Riverhead Raceway, didn't that close like 10 years ago? No, that was Islip. No, but Riverhead, I drove past it, it looked abandoned. During the week it is abandoned.
Yeah,
You don't
during the
race.
week it is.
But
You
that's
have the nice Indian there.
what happened.
How?
Yeah, how?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, the Indian.
But
I got to share this story about this Indian. I'm sure some of the folks here understand this. One of the things that I used to do, and my kids will confirm this, I pull into that gate, drive down that driveway, and out of respect, I wave to the Indian. I don't believe this or not. Believe it or not. And my one daughter,
He's crazy, right?
my one daughter forgot to do it. She made me back up. And it was one
I did mention
day.
his daughter's crazy.
It was one day that I didn't do that. I went in the back way because of traffic.
Yeah.
I went in the back way. We didn't wave to the Indian. We didn't show him respect. That's when I had that bad wreck. Yeah.
All right, since you shared, I'll tell you something.
Okay. Yeah.
I talk to the moon.
talk to the moon.
Every once in a while, I talk to the moon.
All right.
And Orion. And, yeah, it's kind of weird.
It is.
But it's because of the Race Across the Moon thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I literally wrote my childhood, you know, so.
Well, that story was.
So every once in a while I do that, and somebody I know close to me actually said, "You're insane." So I thought about that. But she doesn't talk to the moon, so how the fuck would she know?
She wouldn't know.
Exactly.
She wouldn't know.
There's no
She
clue.
wouldn't know.
No clue. Because hey, what if the moon spoke back to her? Told
What
her,
if?
hey, you look good tonight. Then she'd probably start talking to the fucking moon more often.
Just like you.
Yeah.
But you talk to the moon because it doesn't talk back.
No, actually it does, and it tells me I'm fucking.
Oh, jeez.
tells me that I'm the Shiite.
How do you know this guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
He
we've
just-
actually met outside. Bumped into him.
Yes.
Bumped into him. I was
I believe that. When you
touching myself and checking it out. I was impressed, so I couldn't look away, but I kept walking. Bumped right into him. He was like, "What are you?" Oh, hey, that's nice.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Thanks, Pasta."
I gotta tell you, here's a guy. He's president of a big publishing company, house here on Long Island, and he offers to get me pizza for dinner. Now, understand.
Here we go.
Understand now, people in my little circle
Here
and
we
people in my
go.
outer circle know Joe don't do pizza for dinner.
Pasta.
I don't
Oh
do
my
pizza
God.
for dinner.
I bring you pasta.
See?
Yeah.
Pasta.
Yeah.
But a pizza.
Now, if he would have said, "Let's go for some steaks and lobster tails," even though I don't like steak, because he was paying, I would hate it.
Oh, come on. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I just figured it was quick. It was easy. Here we are. It's what they were, you know. And somebody's running late. Dink.
Always,
Ding.
always.
So there you go.
I'm
Who's
like
running
the-
late? What is with that? Race car driver. I think I'll slow down tonight. What?
Well, here's what happened. I had the Enravio van this weekend. Woohoo!
Nice.
And I got a lot of exposure.
Right.
And I parked it on 231 by my store and right there, and people kept asking about it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm cruising along, coming in, I have plenty of time. And I look at the gas gauge. I really can't bring this back empty. So I had to stop.
That's why he was late.
Stopped at the pit crew, and the pit crew was.
And then there was only a certain place I can get gas from, because that's what they gave me the gas card for. Now I had to go on, I get my phone out. All right, where's this gas station?
Shit.
And I found it. I gassed up. You know, we did the right thing.
That's funny though. Joe late to his own show. I actually said to Pasta, I says he'll be late to his own funeral. Yeah, now I understand that.
I used to be, I used to have to get here early because I had to load the music, I had to load the
Yeah.
commercials. No more.
I know.
I have somebody that does that now.
Ah!
I used to have a little intern, but he decided he liked baseball better.
Really?
Yeah. He used to come run around, get this, go that, get that. There's pretzels over there. And he'd go all excited, he'd do it, he'd help Christine in the room.
Oh my God.
But they took away everything. They took away the console, they took away the sound, they took
Yeah,
away
but I
the
like
phone.
this so much better.
Oh, me too.
It's so much better. You got so much room to deal with.
You know? I used to tell people, don't call. I don't know how to pick the phone
You almost
up.
took away my fucking bell. Can't take my bell away. When I'm here, that shit's got to be out. Walter Johnson demands it.
He does. Well, let me take a break because we haven't taken one, and we come back. I want to talk to Richie more about what it's like to be a fan of local racing. We'll be back.
Absolutely.
Stop putting it off and start painting it up today at Ben's Paint Station, featuring Benjamin Moore paints, stick-ins, wood finishes, paints, and professional paint supplies, ideal for contractors and homeowners. Stain paints and epoxies, family owned and operating, in business for over 55 years. Professional and experienced help. Located at 2 locations, 55B Route 25, Coram, Long Island, New York, and 1495 Plaza, Montauk Highway, Mastic, New York. Call them at 775-7435 and 775-8135. Ben's Paint Station, featuring Benjamin Moore Paints. Log on to the Enravio Advertisers page today.
Enravio.com.
East End Screen Printing and Embroidery. Shirts for as low as $3 with print. 631-281-TEES. That's 631-281-TEES. 1355F Montauk Highway, Mastic, Long Island, New York. Go to eastendsilkscreenprinting.com for more info.
Hanging with the cool kids at Enravio.com.
Hey guys, it's Christine from Backwater. Tune in every Saturday night from 7 to 9 for music history, musicians' birthday blocks, trivia time, and the best alternative music around. Saturdays at 7, only on Enravio.com, broadcasting to the world.
Sud City Car Wash, Montauk Highway in Mastic, Long Island, New York. $9.99 early bird special Monday through Thursday.
7:30 to 8:30 a.m. Phone 395-6114. Sud City Car Wash. Hand washes, hand waxes, and detailing. Interior cleaning, brushless. Car Wash Club. Simonized products. Sud City Car Wash. Montauk Highway in Mastic, Long Island, New York.
Hey, welcome back. Hey, before we go into more discussion about what it's like to be a fan of racing, rumor has it Austin Dillon will drive the 3-car in the Sprint Cup Series for the 2014 season. It is the 2013 Nationwide Champ. Also, Chevy, Ford, and Toyota all looking forward to the 2014 tweaks. They're happy with the Gen 6 car. So I guess they can be. For those who follow Cup racing, the only way you were able to tell a Ford from a Chevy from a Toyota was because it was written on the roof. Now they look like Ford, Chevys, and Toyotas. So it's all good. Anyway, and the last thing I want to talk about before we move on to chat, the chase. No, I don't talk about those.
You don't talk about tits?
No, I don't.
I love tits.
You know, the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series is officially 10 years old.
Wow.
I can't believe it.
10 years.
Fans and competitors are still divided on its merits. What's your thoughts on it, Chase? You have no thought on it, Chase. I know that.
I really had no thought. I haven't really paid attention to NASCAR too much over the past couple of years. But I don't know. What do you say?
I know what the intention was. The intention was to create awareness and to get excitement during football. Because football started, people switched to their local NFL games.
Right.
And they weren't watching the Sunday races.
Right.
Where NASCAR would have been smart and did those on Saturday night instead of June, July, and August, hurting the weekly tracks. But they decided to go to Chase. I just, it's like a playoff system. The top 12 in points get like 5,000 points each. Mm. So now only the top 12 are going for the top shot after 10 races. And I just think that's wrong. You know? But whatever. Anyway, so a fan. You're a fan. You're a fan that's involved with teams too. So
yes,
which most crew guys are. They're fans that. I mean, you get a couple $100,000 a year to help these guys, right?
Sure.
They pay you pretty good.
Absolutely.
Basically, all the beer and pizza you drink and eat.
Beer, pizza,
pizza doesn't
home
sound
goods,
so bad right about
home
now.
cooked goods.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't realize pit crews, not only in the weekly racing, but also in some of the touring series, the crews are paying their own way in. They're paying their hotels. They're buying their own food and drink, but they want to be a part of it.
Right. And they're the heart. They're the heart of short track racing.
Yeah. Without those guys, forget it.
Without those guys, be nothing.
No. I remember when I first started, I didn't understand that. I got to bring 4 or 5 guys with me.
For what?
I'm out there racing at ice and speed. I got a flat. All right. I pull in, pull into the pits, climb out. I didn't even have a floor jack. I get this crank jack.
I can see that.
I'm cranking it up.
Oh,
I don't have a gun. I'm like with the lug. 5 off, boop, 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 new tire, 5 on. Crank it back down, get back in, and I go up the lane. And the cars are coming off the track. The race is over. The race is over. I'm like, they didn't wait for me.
There's actually a guy, you say that, there was actually a guy to this day, I don't know where he went to, but he come from Ozone Park, was Scott Seppi.
Scott Seppi.
Number 6 blunderbuss car.
Yep.
He would actually have a flat, come down, park. He's the last.
The last pit stop.
Quarter mile down, the last stall. Gets out, takes off his stuff, his neck, jumps out of the car. We're like, get back in the car. We got you. Get back in the car. We're always jacking it up, doing what we got to do to get him back out there. He actually won a race.
And he's so deliberate. He's like,
yep.
Crap.
That's it.
No expression. None.
Scott, how was it today at the races?
Guy comes from Ozone Park to Riverhead every Saturday night.
But he doesn't check stagger. He doesn't check air pressure. He just brings his car there, makes sure there's fuel in it, goes on the track, does what he got to do, come back off on the trailer. It's done.
This is what I did.
Down the road he goes. He don't stay.
No.
It's there.
No
boom,
fights,
done.
nothing. This is what I did.
Shit.
Argue.
Got the right idea.
Because I'm one of these guys, you know, I don't trust a lot of people. And not that I didn't trust him, but I had to see if he worked on his car. So I'm down there once. I go down. I'm checking stuff out. And, hey, Scott, you had a good day? Yeah. So I took a piece of chalk without him looking. And the car was on the trailer, strapped down. So I took a piece of chalk on the tire and on the trailer. Or 4 wheels. He comes in the next week.
Yeah.
Car
never left the trailer.
The car never left the
The
trailer.
hood never goes up. They say, you're leaking something. I think you're leaking oil. You're something to train. All right. It's all right.
So now
Hood
he
never
wins.
goes up. He don't check
Nope.
nothing.
Now he wins a big race. A big race he wins.
Yep. He won his first
Now what
block
happens
race.
is when you win this big race, a feature event, the crews all run out, people out of the
Yeah.
stands. He's standing there holding a flag by himself. I'm
Yep.
like, I can't let the guy be there by himself.
I
I
think
went out there,
it's-
was in a picture with him.
Nobody. Usually have crews running out.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have people cheering. Kids are over there by the start-finish line, ready to go and take pictures.
Not him.
Nothing.
Nope.
But one thing I like, though, everybody from that division paid their respects, came around
Yep.
and said what they had to say in their cars, drove up the track.
The guy has been racing for a long, long time.
Right.
And he never won. He never
Right. Always there.
Kind of like me, racing a long time. Never
I
won.
mean, they're always on the
Well, you died
loudspeaker.
once,
You know,
you
if you
had a great
guys,
wreck.
you guys love racing, this and that. Scott Seppi needs a crew. He has no crew. He's by himself.
By
He's only
himself.
from Ozone Park. Comes there every week, and good race. He was fast car. If he would have someone behind him pushing him, like Pasta or somebody pushing him, I'm telling you, he had a big block underneath that Buick,
Yeah.
and that car flew.
Yeah.
He was the older guy. He was just enjoying it. Went there and just
Yeah, he
did
just
his
did
little
his thing. It was more
That
more
was
of
it.
a passion and a love for him
Yeah.
than anything else.
And
Not so
that's
much-
what it is,
Not
you
so
know?
much the race as just being a part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, and I say this to people, when The View from the Rand came out, and you called me up, Joe, it's in Barnes & Noble, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta go. I go to Lake Grove, I go to Barnes. Oh, I went to Bayshore. And I go,
I'm from Bayshore.
and it's
Graduated. Thank you.
it's in the new, it's a table.
You graduated?
New releases.
You're fucking retarded. What are you talking about?
I go in, it's new
Graduated.
It was like,
New release
it
table.
was like
Okay,
winning a
sorry.
race. It was like winning a race. Which I wouldn't know that feeling.
No,
You know?
it's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did good. Well, you won a race,
I
so
did,
you can't say I never won a race. You won a race.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
won that race.
Yeah, you, damn right you
I
did.
won that race.
Damn right you
Yeah.
did, and that's a good feeling. You know, when you
But
go in there
it's-
and the
it's- I
show.
can't
that's
describe it.
Headlining.
That's why I hate this ebook stuff. Me and WJ were talking about this.
Ebooks
We
suck.
don't like ebooks.
They
What am I supposed to
suck.
sign?
They suck. You
What's
know,
the
the
sign?
Exactly. We're
signings
supposed
are
to
going the
ebooks.
way that they're.
What are we gonna do?
I
Like
don't know
a
anything about
electronic.
computers.
We're gonna do a
or
print
anything.
screen. They could print the cover.
I know, right?
Maybe a thumbprint. There's
Yeah,
my
what the fuck is that? Who's got the thumb?
thumbprint.
Holy
There's
shit!
my John Hancock now.
You know,
2013.
listen, folks.
There you go.
If you buy my book, you know, electronically, and it's on your Kindle, just bring your Kindle. I'll
There
Fucking
you
sign
go.
it. I'll thumbprint it.
There you go.
There you go.
Exactly.
I'll fingerprint it. Holy shit!
But,
Or
you know,
scan
Yeah,
eyeballs.
I agree with that though, with the Kindles. I mean, okay, it's the future. I like it because it's inexpensive for readers.
Yeah.
And so that I think is great, even though we take a hit.
Yeah.
I don't mind it so much for that.
I don't.
But I don't like that it's not personal.
It's not.
You know, because that's the thing that I see that with writing, it's not as personal as it used to be. Because if you're not holding the book and you can't smell
Yeah,
the
sure.
pages, and it's not, you know,
I tell you,
it's just not the same.
I was in that
It's just
hotel
not
in
the same.
Virginia, and me and my buddy decided we're gonna walk past poolside, you know, just to see how the pool was.
Right.
Yeah, okay. And and there's a lady in the lounge chair. She got her sunglasses.
Nothing to do with tits.
She's got a drink
By the
next
way,
to
I'm
her,
still on.
and she's reading my book
Right.
in Virginia. I'm like,
Did she have nice
Yeah.
tits?
Nice.
yeah,
That's
I
pretty
didn't
cool.
notice.
You didn't notice.
I
You
don't
noticed
look
your
at those
book.
things.
You didn't notice tits.
I don't look at
You,
those
my
things.
friend, are gay.
I don't look at those things.
But that's pretty cool, though.
Here,
Yeah.
that's what I see here.
Yeah. Okay.
Here.
It's the eyes. It's the eyes. And when she walks away, I can see her eyes through the back of her head. I'm not looking at her ass.
No.
No.
Just concentrate on my book that she wrote.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I'm calling to her. Nice book.
Whoa, whoa, another $1.27. Whoa.
Holy shit! Look at my royalties cranking. Yeah. Now that's a funny thing with that book, the 55% discount, the forever returns.
That's right. We had to
Yeah.
do.
Do what we had to do, but that shit's done.
But
Fuck
they're still,
Barnes &
they're
Noble.
still getting returns.
Yeah, no, I know, right? Well, that's crazy shit. You know,
Oh,
but
man.
yeah, I did that. I did that on purpose, and it was great. It was great business maneuver, and it worked.
Yeah, it did work.
worked.
It got me
and
out
then and then I pulled that from them.
Yes, we did.
Especially from Barnes. I got
Yeah.
really angry with them with the way they were treating me, and then I let them have it and said,
And we're
"Never
going to
again will you have that."
we're gonna
kindness
rewrite
from
that
another
book and we're going to
company."
re-release it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's
I want to
done.
do it in the soft version, soft cover version.
That's done.
And yeah, so it's just a matter of getting it out.
Yeah,
And
where do
that's
I
it.
get the time to do all this?
I don't know.
Maybe that's why I don't like good relationships.
Yeah,
'cause I'm
yeah,
just-
yeah.
Let's write it.
Welcome to my world.
I
Welcome to
lock
my
myself
world.
in a room and I'm right.
You know, and I need more vagina in my life.
Yeah, well,
You know,
hey, you know what I did?
and
We all
who
do,
doesn't?
we all
That
do.
and tits.
I told you I
But
did.
wait, tits and vagina might be reading my book because that's what's fucking interesting. There you go. Sorry, I'm a little late to the bell. I got tits and vagina on the
Oh
brain.
man, unbelievable. Why me? Why? Why did I read this?
Oh,
Whose
come
idea
on.
was this?
Come on. Heart and
man.
soul of everything.
Oh man.
Didn't you let me listen the first time?
Oh, wow. What about?
Everybody's got to take a breath now. Had enough yet?
Oh, Tink
I'm just getting started.
Tink was in school and
Tink,
realized
hello, Tink.
and realized that
And
my
if you have
show was
tits,
on.
you're awesome.
Oh, jeez.
Or a
Oh,
vagina.
don't go there. Realized that my show was on and
Right.
left the class.
Really?
I have a good following. I don't know if
I
I'm
can
going
see
to
that.
after tonight.
I can see No, you'll be fine. They're just going to go, don't have that asshole on anymore.
No, they already said that.
Shows up.
You're having him on again?
I guess they.
I put on my Facebook page, he's going to be there. They usually get, 1 million likes,
Yeah, no.
a couple
not
of
this time.
comments.
It was
So I get
fucking quiet.
messages. I get messages, private messages.
Oh, man.
Joe, did you rethink this? Did you rethink this? The guy's wacky.
Yeah, wacky. I'm gone, baby. I'm
Now,
gone.
now here you
And
go.
I can afford to be, so it doesn't matter to me. Buy and sell
Other
them all.
than your local racetrack, what other tracks have you been to?
I've been to Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to since, like I said, I was brought up in Connecticut, so I went to Stafford, Thompson, and Riverside, which is not there no more. It's now a
Six Flags.
Six Flags.
Yep. Six Flags New England.
Took over, and that was a shame because I loved that track when I was a kid. Like I said, Richie Evans,
Yeah.
Reggie Ruggiero, Mike Stefanik. I can go a couple of guys,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, but it's just stinks. I just like the last thing we have here. We have no more drag strip. They're taking
Right.
everything away. Now we have Riverhead. Riverhead's not the best, but it's something.
It's home.
That's it. Exactly.
It's
it's
home. And I say this to people. There's some people that I was always accused of trash talking the place. And it wasn't always trash talking the place. It was constructive criticism. And you can't be sensitive about that.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Trash talking.
How is it
Constructive.
trash
I'll sugarcoat this and paint it white with, constructive criticism.
I'm a marketing guy, man.
Yeah,
I got
marketing
books
guy.
published.
You a fucking trash
I
talking.
got
They
books
deserved it, and fuck them for it. There.
I sold myself to you.
Actually, you was sold in a second when I started reading your stuff.
That's because Annette read my story and she started to cry. And she goes,
And I
gotta
read
sign
it, and
this."
she threw it at me.
Yeah.
And then I started to cry, and she said, "It is a good book."
Go get this. Sign this guy up, whatever it
Yeah,
takes.
sign him, and make sure he gets bigger, thicker books to throw at you.
Yeah.
So.
I get my first contract. I'm like, no. I'm like, who am I? He's like, who do you think you are? No, we need to change some numbers here. And he did. You don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
That's true. You gotta have the balls to go, hey, you know what? And then I'll go, that's a balls.
Yeah.
Tits and vagina are better. Balls are all right in business.
Got it. I'm gonna win at all costs. You know that.
Yeah, I
You know
know
me a
you
long
are.
time now. I
Nah,
have
nah,
to
you
win.
could-
I have to win.
Joe, you could have what you want.
And
You
sometimes
know
it's just
that.
principle.
I don't care.
Like,
I love you so. You're my brother. So
Yeah,
I don't care.
give you an example. Now, tell me if I'm going down the wrong path here. See,
You're going down the wrong path here.
I have this, I'll call it property, that was half mine. Property was half mine.
Okay.
I now have possession of it.
Yes.
So possession is 9/10, but I have possession of it.
Yeah.
I get this the third request that they want it back. This
Okay.
property.
Yeah.
So it's the principle. I'm not giving it back.
Right.
So the more I thought, you know what? You can have it back. It might be in pieces. Yeah. Just like when I got divorced the first time.
Right.
The judge said I could have half the property, half the marital property. No, we had nothing written of who got wild, who it is. And she was jerking around. So I wanted a chainsaw. I cut the coffee table in half.
There you go.
I carried my half out.
Right.
But I was halfway through the couch,
The War
and
of
the
the
chainsaw,
Roses.
between the springs
That's
and
right,
the
let it
stuffing, it jammed up. I couldn't get it out, and the cops come. Put the chainsaw down. It's on the microphone outside the street. Yeah. They can see me through the picture window. Come out with your hands up. Put the chainsaw down. Then I said, look, it's my property. If I want to saw it in half, I can.
That's right.
Sergeant had to come down. I told him that. The lieutenant came down. Finally, the captain came down. The guy's right. We have no jurisdiction there.
No, you don't.
I cut it in half. I wanted my half.
That's right.
That's right. They can't say anything what you do to your property.
I worked very hard for my half.
don't know.
That's
And
right.
then-
I want my half.
We're sitting,
That's right.
we're
I
sitting at a
deserve it.
property
The problem
settlement.
is really deciding which half of the coffee table you get. See, now you say you cut it in half, and one half actually comes out a little better than the other.
Yeah.
That's when the bitches go,
Yeah.
that's the one I want.
That's all right.
And you don't mind. You're like, you can have
long
it,
as
you
I
just
get
can't
half.
have my half.
Exactly. Just like with a race car. Now, I had a race car.
I
in
don't
the
know, I'd
corner,
like the better half.
And we're sitting there. I'm sitting in the property hearing.
But that's me and cut up coffee tables. What are you going to do?
And her lawyer gets up. Now we have a race car here, and
Oh, God.
we have this race car valued at $30,000.
No, don't tell me this.
And I'm like, you do?
Don't tell me this.
You do?
This welding and fabrication shop said to build a chassis like yours would be this. This motor guy said
Christ.
to get the motor you have is this.
My God.
We want the oval speed unlimited and the bolt-on parts of this. So and the guy's there like this. With the car.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's 30,000. So they want 15 grand. Her lawyer goes, oh, so we'll just take a check for 15 grand. So I go like this to my lawyer. Don't say a word. I can't afford to race anymore, Your Honor. So they have the race car ready, so they could keep it. They could sell it, but before they did, they need to give me my 15 grand.
Come on.
Her lawyer says,
There you go.
can we have a recess?
Yeah, right?
And he comes back. All right, the race car's not an issue.
No, of course
There you
not.
go.
Of course not.
That was good.
You got to be smart.
You know?
You got to be smart.
I'm a businessman.
No, that's
But
smart.
sometimes it's principle.
No, I understand. that
Some
completely.
people out there today that are in that chat room told me, just walk away. No, I can't. Which camera's on me? No, I can't.
Just never walk away.
No, I
There's
can't.
options.
Never walk away. There's
There's
always,
options.
yeah, there's always other options, you know.
And how many times do you walk away? You know, how many times are you gonna kick the ass?
No,
You know?
no, I never walk away from the
No,
fight. You
no.
know, I don't. I try to talk my way
Yeah.
in and out of things and stuff, and you know, always try to be reasonable at first.
I thought
But
I
then
was.
tits and vagina show up, and I love tits and vagina.
And then you just melt.
That's
That's
I
it.
joke.
He's just there.
That's it. No, actually,
Talks all this smack.
I can't help it. I have to constantly throw that in there. You know, I can never take a serious conversation too long. It just drives me fucking crazy. And I know your pain, brother. I do. I truly do.
I got paid pretty
But,
good to do this. We can talk. You know, I get paid to do this. So
No, I know you do. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying that, you know. No, I hear you. You know, it's,
Going on
you know,
3
you always
years
try
now,
to
man.
talk you.
3 years. February will be 3 years.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't feel like that. 3 years.
Wow.
I had an anniversary show last year. It was the best show we ever had.
Yeah.
WJ was on it. It was good.
Yeah, I know. He was like, "You coming down? You coming down?" And I couldn't. I had so much stuff going on.
WJ just said the next time that you're on, don't use the bell.
Oh, he's had enough.
Use duct tape.
Yeah. Is that what it says there?
Sweet.
Oh, God. See, I overdid it this time for her. That's what it is. He was like, yeah, I don't mind the bell. I don't mind the bell.
I'm
Let
sure
him go."
somebody's like stroke counting it, so I'm sure I'll get that.
All right, I'll be good.
My man Jay Slice, I just realized he's on. That's good. Welcome, Jay Slice.
Yeah,
Good seeing you at the Safer meeting Tuesday night.
that's right.
It's all good. Jay Slice, my crew chief.
Yeah.
When his brother drove for me,
Yep.
good
I
guy.
remember he was on last time I was here.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's.
nice people.
I'll
Nice
tell you
people.
what, yo, he's just a very quiet guy. Sits in the back.
Yep.
Like me
Doesn't
right
say
now.
word. Doesn't say word.
Quiet.
Car's all wrecked up. Doesn't say word. I'll say, Jay, what do you think we should do? He just goes to town, makes it happen.
Really?
You know?
That's good stuff.
You need a guy like that.
Yeah.
You need a guy like that.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm quiet and reserved. And
Yeah.
I don't.
You know when you
I
are
don't
quiet?
talk much.
You ever been in his house when his wife's around?
Oh,
Nope,
Jesus
never.
Christ.
Whole different guy. Let me tell you. I was at his house one day, we're sitting around, I'm signing books and stuff, doing
right.
all kinds of crap.
And it's when my wife's friend came over and
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
like, he's hot, he's hot.
Yeah,
She's
how-
like, I'm like,
How old are you?
get these people out of my house.
She goes,
like, stop harassing them.
Yeah.
You're
yeah,
hot.
who's
And I'm
the
like,
girl?
Stop. I'm like, stop harassing these people, man. You know,
so his wife, now it's
come
time his
on,
wife's
leave
going to
them
go
alone.
with his friend. So his wife goes, hi, Jeff, see you later. She goes, we a hug and a kiss.
Yeah, that's something. That's something.
That's great.
Okay, Annette, I'll see you later.
Oh, God.
yeah.
I love my life.
But I know you do.
You love your wife? That's a good thing.
They've been together like forever, those two.
That's what he said.
Since high school.
When did Jesus die?
Yeah. 33 AD.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Some shit.
You know how for the
Well, you said, I heard you before. You said you died, you came back.
I
You
did.
died again, you came back.
Just
Well,
once.
you look good for.
Yeah. No, well, I wasn't dead for 3 days, nailed to a cross, and, I had somebody kick the shit out of me and stick a spear in my ass or whatever the fuck they did in the Bible. You know? That wasn't me. Something happened. What can't I
You
say?
can't talk about the crucifixion like that.
Why not?
I don't know. I
don't
just know you
believe in
can.
it. I can talk about Candyland. You believe in that? Comic books? The Tooth Fairy? Santa Claus?
No, you know what? I'll tell you what.
Everybody's celebrating Jesus' birthday next month, the 25th.
Yeah.
He was born in the summertime.
I know. All right.
Like, holy crap, the whole world's going crazy.
No, actually, look, when I was a kid, I knew there was no Easter Bunny. You know I knew that?
Wait, what? You don't say that ever again. That's blasphemy, goddammit.
You're gonna nail me. If there was no way my mother was gonna let a bunny
Easter
rabbit
Bunny's
hop
not
around
real.
our house.
I don't think
put
we can be
something on
friends
the table.
anymore. The Easter Bunny's
Again?
not real. And you'll probably tell me unicorns are just bullshit, too.
Yeah, they are. They are. Oh, man. We gotta get him to a race.
Yeah.
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 We gotta get him to a race.
I'll go. I'll go with you, but I gotta be really drunk. And naked.
I don't know about that.
just
By the end of the night,
kids,
maybe.
maybe,
By the end of the night, maybe. Yeah, no.
I've seen a couple of things, in the past.
At a racetrack?
Yeah.
WJ got me, man. He gets me again with this the calendar. He says, according to my calendar, it was Jesus died in 34 AD because zero don't count. Zero's this century, not last century.
Exactly right. By the way, it's the way it counts backwards and forwards.
It does count backwards.
But
you know what I was
but he
saying?
was
though?
born in the summertime, so you're all
Before we
wrong.
go on break, did the people say in like 21 BC, it's 21 BC? No, they didn't. They didn't know.
They didn't know.
So what did they call it?
Time is man-made. There actually is no time.
There is no time.
There is no time. It's a man-made thing. Believe me, you don't want me to get smart on you, and I'm really smart.
No, because we've had some intellectual conversations.
Yeah, I'm a mess. I'm a genius.
well, we
so
talk-
I
we-
can't help it. But this is why I.
You know when he gets serious? Well, we talk business, we talk numbers. All of a sudden, it's a
Yeah.
whole different,
different
Jeffrey. He's not an idiot then.
No.
All
Well,
of a
I like numbers, especially when there's green numbers attached to it.
We're going to take a break so Jeffrey can charge up and
No,
plug him in.
power down, maybe. I don't know. It's gotta be the soda.
We'll be back.
Rich's Bay Diner and Restaurant. Steaks, chops, wraps, breakfast skillets. The Mauritius Bay, 62 Montauk Highway in Mauritius, New York. 878-6827. The Mauritius Bay Diner and Restaurant in New York.
InRevio.com.
Stay in tune guitar strings. Guitar strings, bass strings, polish and accessories. Stay in tune guitar strings. Akron, Ohio. www.sitstrings.com.
InRevio. Transmitter? We don't need no stinking transmitter. Welcome to InRevio.com.
Hey, this is Paul Disclafani, the disco portion of the Glory Days with Bruce and Disco show on Sundays, 10 a.m. to noon. It's a sports show with a twist. We have entertainment, music, and whatever you want to talk about. Only on InRevio.com, broadcasting to the world.
Good Times Magazine, New York's best entertainment paper for 43 years. Check out their calendar for all the latest music info, including New York City, Queens, Nassau, and Suffolk. Studio News brings you the biggest news about the hottest artists and sounds. Techno Beat is your guide to electronica, techno, house, and dubstep. Packtrack keeps you up to date on the biggest events at the area's performing arts centers and theaters. Good Times Magazine gives you all this and more. It's bi-weekly and it's free. Pick up your copy today or visit goodtimesmag.com.
interesting. I just
You know,
go with it.
sometimes what goes on during break
God help me.
I didn't do anything.
more interesting than what goes on.
I
when we're
didn't
not
do
on.
it, man.
You didn't do it. Oh man, unbelievable.
Go-Go's.
Well, we were just talking about go-karts, and I was just saying, I love the go-go's. And they started laughing, thinking I was talking about vagina.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was.
Go karts.
Go-karts, yeah.
I did go karts with my
Got
kids.
my home in Myrtle
And I-
Beach. And I ride them down there all the time.
Do you?
I love it. They actually had the
There's a Grand Prix
NASCAR.
track there.
Yeah, there was a Grand Prix NASCAR
The
track
NASCAR
there.
Cafe is down there.
Yeah, it was. They actually, for some reason, they closed that, but the Go-Go's is still there, and not the vagina, which I do enjoy. The cars, they call them Go-Go's. So I love that.
Now, who's
God,
in
I
that?
love
Who's in
that.
the Myrtle Beach office now? Nobody. Is anybody there?
No.
I need to go.
Yeah.
I need to go.
Yeah.
You know what I did
No,
a couple weeks ago?
It's only going to be me.
Here's what I did.
So that's me.
I got a suite in Atlantic City at the Wyndham Towers overlooking the ocean.
Mm.
Locked myself in the suite and wrote.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have locked myself.
'Cause I was in a
sweet
block.
Cocaine.
I hadn't written in like, I hadn't written in like
unbelievable.
6 months. I couldn't write a sentence.
Oh, my
I couldn't write a
Lord.
sentence. So I went to AC, locked myself in the suite, sat on the balcony,
There you
drinking
go.
unsweetened iced tea because I don't drink anymore because I'm on these super pills and
Super pills.
Really?
on these pills, man.
That must have been the shit I was taking upstairs.
Unbelievable.
They look like chiclets. I didn't know.
Just kept on eating them.
Yeah. a little bitter, but they're good.
But they
Holy
good.
crap.
But go-kart, now go-kart. My kids always, Erin, Jessica, Kerry, my son Joey,
Yep.
and my daughter, Jessica won a couple of championships. Erin and Kerry won novice championships.
Yeah.
It's, it was
that
funny,
stuff.
but my dad, he was he not only did he not like me, he didn't like racing. So he didn't like anything I was associated with. And it was a Father's Day where sometimes I didn't go because I went racing.
Right.
So my one brother, I have two brothers and sisters. My one brother couldn't go because he had a thing with his wife's family. My other brother couldn't go because he was upstate. My sister had other plans, and so there's no Father's Day because I'm going racing. So I said, Mom, listen, I'm going racing. If you want to come out, I have a food sponsor. I have a spread of food. I have a big trailer. Whatever. In a million years, I never thought they'd show up. And I don't know if you ever went when they had the go-karts in Medford.
Yeah, I remember.
I've been there
Yeah.
a couple times.
All of a sudden, I see people.
Middle
It says,
Country Road.
Huh?
Middle Country Road. The
Horse Block Road.
Horse Block.
Horse
That's it. That's
I see these people coming, and I'm like, I recognize those people, but they don't belong there, so I don't recognize them as my parents. They don't belong. You don't belong here. All of a sudden, it was them. And
Go back.
and then they, they're just standing around. They say, oh, come on, go, get out of the sun, go stand in the trailer. Or goes have a trailer. So I have this, big trailer.
I didn't know that.
I
I
have,
never went.
I have a whole counter laid out with all kinds of food and drink and all stuff. And my father's like looking at it, like, and I'm saying, I was like, yes, because
Got him in here.
yeah.
That's it. Just the first.
And then they saw the camaraderie between the fathers and the sons and the fathers and the daughters and the family. They saw that this was a bunch of idiots driving around doing a line of coke and getting drunk at the end. This is a family thing.
Who would do that? Who would have fun like that?
Whole different perspective.
Not
Whole different
really.
perspective.
We go with my
realize that-
family. You'll be drinking
amazing
Doe and
that-
Coke in front of
I
me.
read about your
Yeah,
family.
well, of course you did.
Stone Giants. I'm telling you, Stone Giants. Bound
Yeah, get out your cocaine
Go read that one. Go read that one.
and your booze
Man,
and your vibrators.
I got to read that now.
And you
it
dildos.
was good. It was good. When I first started reading, I was like, well, why would he write about the Ronkonkoma train station? Where's he
Because
going
it
with this?
sucked.
Where's he going with the Ronkonkoma train station? Was it like every
Don't you
train?
remember how it was back in the day?
Yeah.
It was just a shack,
Yep.
and it was shit.
Yep.
Hence the shit.
And you had to
shack.
step down off the train onto the pebbles. On
Yeah,
the
remember
blue
that
zone.
crap,
There
man?
was no platform.
No.
And to get on it,
The
you had to
only
hold
glory that-
yourself and get.
Yeah, the
yeah,
only
why
the only
not?
good thing that train ever brought me was my cousin.
Yeah.
He'd come in from road. I met that guy, and my whole life changed. And I'm not going to blame him for this, but still,
Some other things.
Yeah, some other things I could, but
But he introduced you to some good people.
yeah, absolutely.
We
Some
all
good
need that.
people. That circle we spoke about that we just don't really.
Very tiny, that
tiny circle.
Very
I don't know you
tiny.
guys. I don't work for them. I
Very
just
tiny.
who are they? I don't know any names.
There's an old buddy of mine that I know from the old tiny circle.
Yeah.
That I recently reconnected with. It's funny how when somebody tells you to get out.
Yeah.
And you're like standing in the middle of the road, like, where do I go? And you reconnect with old friends and this old friend.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, whatever you need.
Yeah. I'm like,
And,
why do they always speak like that? That always freaks me
know,
out.
I know why.
It's always in the movies, but
No.
if you know them, it's like,
You know why? Because they're always
really
yelling.
do.
They're always yelling and screaming. Their
Yeah,
voice
the
box is
kids,
messed up.
yeah.
That's why.
That's why they talk like this. You know?
it freaked me out. One.
Someday you'll have to perform a service. That's okay. I performed the service.
Holy shit.
You know?
Yeah, I don't talk about that.
Back in the 80s, 89, 90, 91, that period of time, I was sponsored by a funeral home.
A funeral home.
Because that's what you want. It's a shiny new day.
You know how much money funeral homes make?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, sure.
So not only was I sponsored,
huh?
I was getting a lot of money from them. My deal with them is I had to go there on Friday nights, whether it was to open the door and say,
Embalm a
"Who
corpse.
you here for?" Neubauer, Chapel A. Who you here for? Chapel B.
There you go.
What are you saying? I'm going to kill me?
Hey, they're gonna give me.
It's like, who you
I'd
here
do the
for?
same thing.
Neubauer,
If I was
he's
getting
dead after the
sponsored money,
show's
but
over.
I'd do it.
Now-
Hey,
No way.
They were nice. There
Cheer
was
people
no
up.
services. Joey, take a ride. And they called me Joey.
Yeah.
Joey, take a ride with Al. Take a ride with Vito.
Yeah.
Take
Oh,
a ride
boy.
with- So you take a ride. You do what you got to do. You know?
Well, you got to do what you got to do. but
Saturday morning, the envelope was there for me
Yeah.
to go racing.
Nothing wrong with that.
2 years.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
2 years.
But did you embalm anybody?
It was kind of funny, joking around. We picked up this woman, you know, Lord let her rest in peace. She was an old lady who her family never visited.
Old people die?
She was dead a month
Say it isn't so.
in her chair like this.
a month.
A month.
Wow.
Started to decompose. It was really nasty. So I didn't know that. I just know they picked her up and they had one they're going to bring
Did she
into
have
the room.
TV on? What was she watching?
Test fashion. So
Did she have coffee or tea in the
I go
cup?
in and
Did she have a lot of cats?
No. Otherwise they would have ate her.
That's
So I
weird.
said, I'd like to see how we embalm people. So they said, all right. So I went in.
No, you did not.
Oh, yeah. Then I started helping with that stuff.
Oh my God!
So here's the
that's
problem
great.
now. This funeral home, and here we are doing, whatever, we'll talk about this. They refused to break limbs and stuff, whatever. So she was
stuck like
she was
this,
stuck
like
like
a month.
this. So they, over hours of working it, they got
They put
their hands
WD-40 in there.
This is, I hate to
Punch
say
a
this.
hole in
It was actually funny.
Like the teammate.
We couldn't get the, every time we got the hands to stay, they'd go back
They
like
go
this.
back.
No way.
Yeah.
The tendons and all that. Just
So
like,
I took Velcro.
She was like, "What the fuck?"
Pretty much.
it. What are
I
you
took
doing?
Velcro and put it like that. Now she's staying. My job, the 3 nights she was
Yeah,
laid
but did
out,
it shake?
my job was I had to go over to the hand and press.
Press down on his
every
glove.
time.
No way.
Yeah. I go,
Wait a minute.
like I'm looking. I press down on it. So now it's time for everybody to leave.
I don't like racing that much, man.
I
That's just
press down
fucking
on
a
it,
Dead guy.
and the last person
What's up with
walks
that?
out, and
I that guy probably flipped up.
I would have lost it, man.
Oh my Lord. I
ran
would have
out
lost
screaming.
it.
I had fun working in a funeral home. But
She was
they
like, "Hey Joe, what's with the Velcro?"
yeah. So now the owner of this funeral home shows up at the track one
Oh,
night.
my Lord.
He shows up with some girl he picked up at the Hamptons, and he shows up. And I'm having a good, decent run.
Sure.
I started in the middle of the pack. I'm running like third, fourth. I led some laps, whatever. And I get 2 flats, like with 5 laps to go. I pull in, change the flat. I have a crew with a real jacket and impact
Real
on
jack, impact. Bzz, 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 bzz.
I go back out, and I end up finishing like 12th. Races are over. He comes down to my pit area with his girlfriend. He don't look happy. I'm like, this ain't good. He goes, what happened? I got 2 flats. Why? Debris on the racetrack. I don't know. It happens.
Yeah.
We got to make sure that don't happen anymore. I'm like, he's saying to himself, you have no clue. I'm like, no, yeah, Mr. So-and-so, you're right. The following week, I go to the racetrack, and the tire guy comes up to me. He goes, you going to come get your tires and wheels? I didn't order any tires. He goes, no, your sponsor was here last week. He said, give you a set of tires and a set of wheels so you don't get any more flats.
That's great.
Shit.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good story.
You know?
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
But I met a lot of interesting people working for him.
Yeah.
You can only imagine.
I'd like to know more about the dead lady who didn't like the Velcro.
Can you imagine? She's dead a month, man. Oh, it smells.
Hey, they had a thing on the news the other day. A lady was living with her deceased husband for a year, sleeping next to him in bed.
Yeah.
What?
Dead.
No.
Sleeping in bed with him for a year.
Yeah.
And I'm
A
supposed to
year.
be crazy? Come on.
Can you imagine that? Oh,
Yeah. No.
No.
he said a month, huh? A year.
Well, rigor probably set in, good and stiff. Maybe he had a problem in his life, and then she said, now's the time.
Oh, he's got to go there.
I didn't go anywhere.
Go
I'm
there.
just throwing something out. Hey, look, if I was her and it was hard up, I'd be like, you know what? Let's fuck.
He's dead.
Yeah, why not? He's not going to care. I can do whatever I want now.
That's it.
And film it. It's probably on fucking YouTube right now. Shit, can we get YouTube? I want to see this.
We used to, when I had this thing here.
Oh, my God.
No? So that's all good.
But that's so weird, really?
A year.
Oh, God. Ladies with Velcro like this, somebody sleeping next to dead people.
Yeah?
I don't have dead people stories except for the fact, well, I don't really want to talk about mine.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Nah.
Because there's no statute of limitations on that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
That's-
Yeah.
I mean, if they can't find the body, you're all right.
They ain't going to ever find that.
All right.
No. They ain't never.
You know? I had to discuss with somebody recently. They said, no, that don't matter. No, I'm telling you.
Right, man.
Nobody, no crime.
Yeah, well, that's just it. You just got to know how to get rid of them.
What are they talking about? Yes. The chat room was kind of quiet today because I think they cannot believe. Bridget says I should write a book, A View from the Casket. Now, what do you see? All you see is the satin after the door, the little thing comes down.
What do you see after that? Yeah.
What do you see?
Oh, wait. The baby Jesus.
No, because you're already gone. You're not in there. That's just your body.
Well, how do you know?
Because I was there.
Well, Jesus is not allowed to hang out in your casket? You're a
No.
selfish bastard.
No.
Why not? There's not enough room for the baby Jesus.
I
He's
didn't-
everywhere.
I didn't get to meet him though when I was
No?
there. I didn't.
That's
I
weird.
met somebody, but they
Just
didn't.
wasn't him.
No, because they don't go, hi, I'm so-and-so, welcome to heaven. They don't do that.
How do you know?
Because
Where does it say
I
they
was
don't?
there.
Yeah?
I was there, man.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are dinosaurs in the Bible? Because they weren't on the fucking ark, I can tell you that. Oh, my goodness. Let's read some more fairy tales tonight.
There was two of each
know?
two of each kind.
You know, no, there wasn't. And I actually have a friend that I care for dearly, and she's born again Christian. And I asked her about that, you know, and she was talking about the Bible and stuff like that, and death and Jesus. And, and I asked her, I said, so where are the dinosaurs? And she says, well, they got washed away in the flood. I says, well, I've read the Bible back to front to back, and it doesn't say that. Yeah. Oh, well, that's what happened.
All right.
Well, okay, and the tooth fairy was there as well.
There isn't a tooth fairy?
Well, I don't really want to talk about
When I need money, I yank one out and I put it on my pillow. Sometimes there's money there.
it. Yeah, sometimes you're insane.
Yes, sometimes. Hey, listen, those of you who are here and who are getting ready for the next show after me, don't forget Metal Maniacs.
Yeah, that rocks.
New show.
That rocks.
They're in the control room now. They're discussing their strategies for tonight and trying to say. I saw him like mouth them, so he goes, "I can't believe we're on after this guy."
Joe is awesome. He's fucking crazy.
Oh yes.
You got to
Let's
flash them. What was that metal sign?
Hey, WJ says you and him could create a whole horde of atheists.
Well, absolutely.
You guys should get together.
No, I'm not really an atheist because if I say I'm an atheist, that means I have something to believe against.
Exactly.
So there you go.
Oh,
so
okay.
WJ.
This is what we need to do. The next time we take a road trip
Yeah.
to a racetrack,
Yeah.
we're going to pick you up.
Okay.
But I want you to understand something. I'm sitting in the back.
That's not a problem.
All right?
Okay.
And there are certain people I know why I have to sit in the back. Because I sleep.
Cool.
I sleep. You got to be in the front. You and WJ could share your thoughts
Not a
with each
problem.
other.
But only if the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy there.
All right. We can make that happen.
Because the only two people I think are real.
Hey, who's
Or
this? Who's a
whatever.
new person? Joseph 39. That's a new person.
Oh my gosh. New people?
I know. I know just about everybody in this chat room. I don't know who Cher is.
Yeah. Cher, I know who Cher is.
I don't. I know.
Cher is a sweetheart.
Hey, we got like 90 seconds
I
left.
love it
Hey,
to
listen.
She's in Canada.
Race Across the Moon.
Race
Good
Across the
deal.
Moon, fantastic. But forget about me, I'm awesome.
A View
Let's
from
talk
the
about
Inside,
you. A
coming
View
out.
from the Inside, coming out soon.
Coming out soon.
That is going to be great. I
And,
got to get the photo shoot up.
Yep,
like I
we're
told
going to do
you
a
about.
photo
We gotta
shoot.
do
I'm going to
that.
be sitting in
So I
prison
gotta
guard.
call the
And
people.
you're going to be with the same crews and people in 2014, helping them out?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. C.J. Lehman,
Yep,
the
CJ
Peterson
Lehman.
brothers.
And hopefully I'm out there. I'm in the process of building the car.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So I
Look at
just
you.
keep on hitting these brick walls, but I'll get through it.
All right.
That's right.
know?
So,
You got to upward and onward, forward.
My kids have helped me out. I got pictures and stuff. It's just see what happens.
so good deal. And hopefully by Christmas,
Yeah.
the View from the Inside.
I'm hoping.
Hopefully it'll be a good gift.
You know.
Good gift. The View from the Inside will be out at least shortly.
Yeah.
That's the next deal. And it's all good. So I want everybody to have a very nice Thanksgiving with friends and family, wherever your travels will take
Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Thanksgiving
Showing
is
you
Thursday.
just how fucked up your family truly
Thank
is.
you.
And
Thanksgiving.
and those of you going to the Turkey Derby this week, please be careful, be safe. And remember, tell somebody you love them. God bless you all, and thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.